I just got the State Farm Personal Price Plan on our home and auto insurance.
You told our agent about my thing for romance novels?
No, you don't have to get that personal. Our agent just helped me choose affordable options to create a personalized price just for us.
Oh, sweet. Then you won't believe the love triangle Jen is in now.
Contact me, State Farm agent Scott Carlson, to create your personal price plan today.
Prices vary by state. Options selected by customer. Availability and eligibility may vary.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
Dreaming of a perfectly manicured property? Or maybe just making those weekend chores a whole lot easier? Grossenberg Implement has the answer. Right now you can get special low-rate financing on powerful and versatile John Deere compact utility tractors. Large or small, we've got them all. And they do it all too. From mowing to tilling to landscaping and hauling. Visit your local or go to grossenberg.com for low-rate financing on compact tractors.
When you ask for Black Hills Surgical Hospital, you ask for someone who believes in hospitality. You ask for someone who treats everyone like a VIP and believes the absolute best shouldn't cost more and makes you feel comfortable, even when you are vulnerable. You ask for someone who cares about the little things as much as the big things. You ask for someone who treats you like you are loved, because you are. Black Hills Surgical Hospital. Ask for us by name.
Do you have a pest problem? Got bats, ants, termites? Family owned and operated, Olson's Pest Technicians have had over 50 years experience taking care of pest problems in places across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa. Utilizing brilliant methods such as Centricon bait stations for termites and Vicane treatment for bed bugs. There's no pest too tough for Olson's Pest Technicians. If you have pest problems, call 800-KILL-BUGS.
When the world feels big, a small note can mean everything. Find mental health support at sdbehavioralhealth.gov.
Sturgis Strikers is your hometown bowling alley that is locally owned and operated. Come on down and bowl a game, join a league, or have a birthday party. Don't forget Friday and Saturdays are Blacklight Bowling Nights. Conveniently located off 1st and LaSalle Street, stop in and grab your morning coffee from 5-8 Espresso. Not a coffee person? No problem. Grab a tea or smoothie. And if you're going to grab a drink, why not grab a daylight donut or two? All located inside Sturgis Strikers off 1st and LaSalle.
Things were a little different back in 1979, but at McKee Ford, our approach to customer service hasn't changed. We're a family-owned and operated dealership with a commitment to respect and integrity. See us on the Big Ford Corner or online at McKeeFord.com.
At McKee Ford, we've got it. F-Series, Super Duty, Rangers, and Mavericks. All with up to $14,485 off MSRP.
See us on the Big Ford Corner or online at McKeeFord.com.
Grocery Mart off Junction Avenue in Sturgis, South Dakota is your locally owned and operated grocery store. Stop in and shop the great selection of fresh cut meats. Then stroll on over to the fresh produce aisle. Watch for weekly ads for big savings and make sure you're checking out their Facebook page for the hot deals. Grocery Mart continues to strive to offer the best deals to their customers. Located off Junction Avenue in Sturgis, South Dakota, Grocery Mart says go Scoopers.
It's a particular kind of joy when people come together. There's really nothing like it. And isn't it amazing in that magic moment how all the distance between us, all the obstacles, just disappear? Wherever, whenever, however. connecting you to what matters most.
Out here, you learn that to keep growing, you have to keep changing. CHS and the farmers and ranchers we serve know all about change, because together we've changed agriculture. That's why we're the largest farmer-owned cooperative in the country. So farmers own the system they count on, with advantages at every step. From innovative tools that help crops grow, to grain processing expertise, to energy solutions, we create connections to empower agriculture. Learn more at chsinc.com.
The Home Slice Group. Your customers love your business, but you need more of them. That's where we come in. We work with great brands, connecting them to the right audience using video, website development, digital, and audio. All tied together with intelligent media placement to get as many people to your front door as possible. You concentrate on running your business while we concentrate on growing your business. Elevate your brand with us, the Home Slice Group.
Fentanyl is a powerful synthetic opioid, up to 100 times stronger than morphine. Even a tiny amount can be deadly. It's often mixed with other drugs without your knowledge, increasing your risk of overdose. Protect yourself and your loved ones and avoid unknown substances. Stay informed, stay safe, and remember, one pill can kill. For more information on fentanyl prevention, visit your local health resource or speak to a healthcare professional today. This message was brought to you by the Great Plains Tribal Opioid Response, so that the people may live.
At Dakota Discount RV, our mission is to make your RV experience fun and easy by providing quality recreational vehicles, competitive pricing, and professional sales and service. We're proud to offer the finest names in RVs. Our big inventory of fifth wheels, travel trailers, and toy haulers allow us to save customers thousands of dollars compared to most dealers. Come see us at either of our two locations, 3330 East Mall Drive, Rapid City, or 11200 JB Road, exit 48, Somerset.
Where can you get surprisingly great rates on auto and renter's insurance? At State Farm. I'm State Farm Agent Matt McCormick, and I'm your one-stop shop in Rapid City for protecting your car and your stuff for surprisingly great rates. So stop looking around. Call me, State Farm Agent Matt McCormick, for surprisingly great auto and renter's rates today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Individual premiums will vary by customer. All applicants subject to State Farm underwriting requirements.
At Security First, we support all the essential banking stuff, like school sports. We also support mobile deposits. But have you ever heard a mobile deposit belt out your school fight song with a mouthful of popcorn? I don't think so. Any bank these days could snap a picture of your check. Only a community bank could snap a picture of you spilling your nachos as your team scores the game-winning point. Security First, the bank you cheer with. Member FDIC.
Welcome to Bowie.
Extra, extra, read all about it. The Rapid City Post has gone live.
The Rapid City Post at rapidcitypost.com, the new free online newspaper.
Al's Oasis Plaza. My great-grandfather, Gus Bowie, opened the first store in 1905. I'm R.F. Bowie, the president of Bowie Foods. We aren't your typical store. You'll find everything you need for your family. You'll save money, and I promise you're going to enjoy your grocery shopping experience. We carry a lot of locally produced products and some things you just aren't going to find anywhere else. South Dakota owned, family owned, Bowie Foods.
Would you buy your insurance from a cartoon character?
What's up, Doc?
Cartoons are good for a laugh, but when you're in an accident or you need your home covered and need help, it's no laughing matter. That's why you need a real person, like Lance at Van Zee Insurance Associates. It's not just simple insurance either. Lance has you covered with home, life, auto, and business. Van Zee Insurance is your place to call. Stop by today or give Lance a call at 605-393-2399.
Lucky for us, life is full of choices, big and small. They define us, make us who we are. And when it comes time for you to choose, a car, home, your next big adventure, or start a new business, Farmers Union Insurance has the variety of coverage options to protect each perfect moment. Farmers Union Insurance. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
When life gets hard and our thoughts get too much to bear, finding the resiliency within us can help us find healing. The 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline provides 24/7 free support for anyone in suicidal distress or emotional crisis. All texts and calls are anonymous and connect you to local resources that uphold cultural values and pave the way to healing. Find the strength within you. Find the strength within our culture. Reach out if you need help today.
Great news. I just got the State Farm Personal Price Plan on our home and auto insurance.
You told our agent about my thing for romance novels?
No, you don't have to get that personal. Our agent just helped me choose affordable options to create a personalized price just for us.
Oh, sweet. Then you won't believe the love triangle Jen is in now.
Contact me, State Farm agent Scott Carlson, to create your personal price plan today.
Prices vary by state. Options selected by customer. Availability and eligibility may vary.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
Dreaming of a perfectly manicured property? Or maybe just making those weekend chores a whole lot easier? Grossenberg Implement has the answer. Right now you can get special low-rate financing on powerful and versatile John Deere compact utility tractors. Large or small, we've got them all. And they do it all too. From mowing to tilling to landscaping and hauling. Visit your local or go to grossenberg.com for low-rate financing on compact tractors.
When you ask for...
A couple of weeks ago, we faced Watertown, and that game they attacked us through the air. Got some deep balls. They were running pretty good. They had 224 total yards of offense in that game. 154 of it through the air. The Scoopers also, if you just take a look at the last 4 games that the Scoops played against Yankton, Pierre, Watertown, and Spearfish, the Scoopers played Yankton, the number 1 team in the state, here at home, extremely well. The thing that stands out to me the most are the rushing yards that Sturgis puts up. When we played Yankton, we had 247 total rushing yards against Yankton. We go to Pierre the very next week. That was a little bit tough, right? Tough game. We only had 51 yards on the ground. And against Watertown, again, 91 yards, held us under 100 there. And last week against Spearfish, when we came up with that great big win, just shy of 200 yards. So I think that rushing game is extremely important in this one. When we're putting up rushing yards and controlling that ball, the Scoopers are a different team.
Absolutely. And last week Arian had for the Sturgis Scoopers, I think you said 177 yards.
Yes.
In that game. Sturgis has got to get the running game going against a very good Watertown defense.
Agreed.
And if they can get that game going, then I think it's going to be a real barn burner here tonight.
Absolutely. Our pregame report being brought to you tonight by the good folks at Whitewood Creek Chiropractic Clinic. And thank you for Will John and Kylie Johnson for stepping up to be our pregame sponsor here tonight. I want to welcome in our listening audience tonight on KWAT in Watertown. We are glad to be able to get you the game out there so you can follow along with your arrows. And, of course, we're on Live Ticket TV tonight as well, so you can not only watch the football game here tonight, you can hear the broadcast. Coach, you had a chance to head down to the field just a little bit ago. You had a chance to talk with Sturgis Cooper head coach Chris Skoletsky, and I think you also got a chance to talk to the Watertown football coach as well. So first off, let's hear what Coach Skoletsky had to tell you about what he's anticipating for tonight's game.
With me is Coach Chris Gillespie of the Sturgis Scoopers. Chris, 2 weeks ago, Watertown, tough game that game. What do you do different this time for tonight?
Well, we got to come out of the gates and play better football, be more physical in the trenches, and try to control line of scrimmage and not turn the ball over early. That kind of put us behind the 8 ball when we went down there, and these guys are mad as a hornet because they got to come out here and we got to match that coming out of the gate.
Do anything different here tonight as far as offense or defense than you did in Watertown?
Well, starts with our run game. Okay, we got to mix it up on the perimeter with our receivers. We think we got some athletes out there that can give us some positive yards and take some shots when we need to take shots. And defensively, we got to stop the run better than we did. We got to be more disciplined with our eyes, with our DBs, and just rally to the football because they got some big physical guys on there. Like I said, we got to match their intensity and we got to have a sense of urgency tonight.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
All right, Scooper head coach Chris Skoletsky with Coach Bob Havel earlier, and he also caught up with the Watertown coach tonight, John Hodorf, as they get ready for tonight's battle against the Scoopers.
Okay, I'm Coach Hodorf for the Watertown Arrows. Coach, 2 weeks ago you played the Sturgis Scoopers, had a lot of success. Any changes in the game plan for tonight?
Absolutely. They're a way better team than we played out there. They had to travel across the state. Things are tough when you have to drive across the state, and they didn't execute their game plan last time. I'm sure they will tonight.
So, you come to Sturgis, it's kind of a cold night tonight. How does that affect your offense?
Not really at all.
Okay. You're a running team, it looked like, just watching on tape.
Yeah, about 50-50.
Okay. Well, good luck tonight, Coach.
Thank you.
Thanks.
You know, the one thing I've noticed, gentlemen, when coaches are giving pregame interviews, they are men or women of few words, aren't they?
We don't want to give too much away, and I have to apologize to the Watertown listeners. We were ducking footballs when I introduced your coach during warm-up. We were kind of, balls were coming our way, so that was a little choppy there for a while.
It's kind of a dangerous place to be, for sure. Of course, it is playoff tonight in Class 11 AAA, AA, and A. It's first round playoffs, and of course, for the 11B and 9-man teams, they are in the quarterfinals tonight in their second round, and we do have some games that are going on right now. You guys, Rapid City Central played Lincoln very well in the first half, stayed right with them until halftime, but Greg, it looks like Lincoln has kind of blown things out here in the second half. I think we were looking at that score earlier, and I think they have the lead pretty big now.
Yeah, I think you're right. Let's see, Sioux Falls Lincoln up on, well, it's final game now. Sioux Falls Lincoln won that game 60-21. It was close, just like you said.
It was close at halftime. Lincoln was getting a very tough Rapid City Central team.
And you know, guys, we were watching that game earlier.
Yep.
Central was actually ahead 21-20 with 6 seconds left in the first half. Lincoln goes back, and Central goes into a one-on-one defense with just a safety over the top instead of moving all the defensive backs to the goal line because Lincoln was at the Central 35-yard line. 6 seconds left. They threw a ball into the end zone. It was caught, juggled, and then caught, and the route was on after that.
So Central had a pretty good season. They played Sioux Falls Lincoln well. They'll see their season come to an end tonight in the quarterfinal playoffs in Class 11 AAA. We'll keep you up to date on all the games going around across the state here tonight as we roll through the broadcast. Let's get a quick timeout in here. We're going to hear from our pregame sponsor, and that's the good folks at Whitewood Creek Chiropractic Clinic. A 60-second timeout. We'll be back with our Keys to Victory, brought to you tonight by Key City Chiropractic and Acupuncture. This is Sturgis Cooper football on KBHB, Live Ticket TV, and also in Watertown tonight on KWAT. For the past decade, Whitewood Creek Chiropractic has been a trusted part of the Whitewood and Sturgis communities. They are proud supporters of the Sturgis Scoopers. Doctors Will John and Kylie Johnson offer family-based
hospital. You ask for someone who believes in hospitality. You ask for someone who treats everyone like a VIP and believes the absolute best shouldn't cost more and makes you feel comfortable, even when you are vulnerable. You ask for someone who cares about the little things as much as the big things. You ask for someone who treats you like you are loved, because you are. Black Hills Surgical Hospital. Ask for us by name.
Do you have a pest problem? Got bats, ants, termites? Family owned and operated, Olson's Pest Technicians have had over 50 years experience taking care of pest problems in places across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa. Utilizing brilliant methods such as Centricon bait stations for termites and Vicane treatment for bed bugs. There's no pest too tough for Olson's Pest Technicians. If you have pest problems, call 800-KILL-BUGS.
When the world feels big, a small note can mean everything. Find mental health support at sdbehavioralhealth.gov.
On the defensive side, I think based off of the last game where they hit us over the top with some deep passes, I think we got to lock down those wide receivers, keep those guys in check, and again on that defensive line, we gotta pay attention to that run. That quarterback can move. In that game against Watertown last time, we ended up with 2 interceptions. I think we need to continue to be opportunistic and, of course, capitalize on those turnovers and put points on the board.
I agree with you, Greg. You know, Watertown's a good ball club, and they're here to win. Sturgis got to come with their A game. Another thing is Sturgis needs to protect the ball. Remember last week in Spearfish, they tried to do an option with 2 minutes left at the Spearfish 8. They fumbled it.
They fumbled it.
Spearfish another chance. They've done that a couple times this season. They've got to protect that football when it gets close to the end.
Turnovers could be a big turning point in this game if there are any. This is going to be a good one tonight. Watertown is in town to take on the Sturgis Scoopers. We will have the playing of our national anthem while we step aside, and the South Dakota Office of Attorney General's Consumer Protection Division wants to remind you about good sportsmanship for tonight's game. They are saluting our law on the field tonight from the South Dakota Office of Attorney General's Consumer Protection Division. It's going to be a loud one here tonight at Littlefield. Looking forward to the kickoff. That and starting lineups are on the way. We'll take a 2-minute timeout. This is Sturgis Cooper football against the Watertown Arrows on the Big 81, KBHB, Live Ticket TV, and KWAT in Watertown.
Sturgis Strikers is your hometown bowling alley that is locally owned and operated. Come on down and bowl a game, join a league, or have a birthday party. Don't forget Friday and Saturdays are Blacklight Bowling Nights. Conveniently located off 1st and Lozelle Street, stop in and grab your morning coffee from 5-8 Espresso. Not a coffee person? No problem. Grab a tea or smoothie. And if you're going to grab a drink, why not grab a Daylight Donut or 2? All located inside Sturgis Strikers off 1st and Lozelle.
Things were a little different back in 1979, but at McKee Ford, our approach to customer service hasn't changed. We're a family-owned and operated dealership with a commitment to respect and integrity. See us on the Big Ford Corner or online at McKeeFord.com.
At McKee Ford, we've got it. F-Series, Super Duty, Rangers, and Mavericks. All with up to $14,485 off MSRP.
See us on the Big Ford Corner or online at McKeeFord.com.
Grocery Mart off Junction Avenue in Sturgis, South Dakota is your locally owned and operated grocery store. Stop in and shop the great selection of fresh cut meats. Then stroll on over to the fresh produce aisle. Watch for weekly ads for big savings and make sure you're checking out their Facebook page for the hot deals. Grocery Mart continues to strive to offer the best deals to their customers. Located off Junction Avenue in Sturgis, South Dakota, Grocery Mart says go Scoopers.
It's a particular kind of joy when people come together. There's really nothing like it. And isn't it amazing in that magic moment how all the distance between us, all the obstacles, just disappear? Wherever, whenever, however. Connecting you to what matters most.
Out here, you learn that to keep growing, you have to keep changing. CHS and the farmers and ranchers we serve know all about change, because together we've changed agriculture. That's why we're the largest farmer-owned cooperative in the country. So farmers own the system they count on, with advantages at every step. From innovative tools that help crops grow, to grain processing expertise, to energy solutions, we create connections to empower agriculture. Learn more at chsinc.com.
The Home Slice Group. Your customers love your business, but you need more of them. That's where we come in. We work with great brands, connecting them to the right audience using video, website development, digital, and audio. All tied together with intelligent media placement to get as many people to your front door as possible. You concentrate on running your business while we concentrate on growing your business. Elevate your brand with us, the Home Slice Group.
Fentanyl is a powerful synthetic opioid.
Starting quarterback Marcus Pitkin in his senior year, wearing number 17. Lincoln Shoot at running back. I think it's Shutt, actually, isn't it?
Excuse me?
Got it. All right, and Hunter Peterson at tight end, Kyle Paulson, Kessler Swenson, Cutler Swenson at the wideouts. And on the offensive line for the Arrows, Caleb Thronson, Kason Jensen, Andrew Dahl, Luca Lesson, and Ethan Eichens. And those are your starting lineups tonight for both the Sturgis Scoopers and the Watertown Arrows.
You know, one of the things, Gary, when you're working for KBHB, you get to go down on the field and meet some of these players.
Yep.
That Hunter Peterson's, he's a very tall, athletic kid. I'll tell you, I'm 6'2" and I'm looking up to him. So, you know, it's amazing the size of some of these football players.
So you're telling me you're not even close to 6'2", huh?
Yeah, I must be shrinking.
Not quite there.
Quite there.
Maybe someday. You got a lot of growing up to do.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Figure out what I want to be when I grow up.
Starting lineups for both teams here will get introduced out onto the field as we get ready for the opening kick here tonight. Scoopers will be introduced first here out on the field. And guys, before we get to the coin toss here at center field, we know what Coach Kolecki will do if he wins the toss here tonight. Let's get some final thoughts in here tonight. This has been quite a season, kind of an up and down season, not only for the Scoopers, but for most of the teams in Class 11AA. It's been a very interesting year, and I think anybody who's in the playoffs tonight has a chance to go to the Dome here in a couple weeks.
I agree with you, Gary. The AA ball this year has been very even. And a lot of parity, and we talked about the previous broadcast. We beat a team, and that team turns around beating the team to beat us. I mean, that's kind of the way it's been this year.
Yep.
I'll tell you, it's everyone can go to the Dome this year. Even Pierre now has got it going on, and Pierre does that every year. They'll lose a couple, 2-3 games, and remember Rice off here, and now the playoff time comes. Look, here comes Pierre.
Yeah.
It's. I think it's an open field for anybody.
I agree completely. You look at these 8 teams that are in the playoffs, and we've gotten an opportunity to play most of them, right? And wins and losses in the regular season, and I think that the thing that matters is right now in round 1 of the playoffs, everybody's 0-0. It's a
whole new season.
It is completely open, and it'll be interesting to see what happens.
And it's interesting, there's a proposal before the South Dakota Activity Association to change the classifications based on roster size, population of the school, like the traditional, and your win-loss record. Montana has done this now this last 2 years. And
well, Coach, you and I have talked about this for the last couple of years we call it the Douglas situation. With the B-21 Raider, the Douglas School District is probably going to explode over the next few years. And in doing so, that could, if you go by just enrollment size, you could be looking at a Douglas football team in 11 AAA, which really wouldn't be fair to the Patriots.
That's right. They'd have to go play Lincoln, Jefferson, some of those big schools. And you're exactly right. I don't think it's fair to Douglas to have to do that, at least not right away. And they'd reassess it every 2 years.
Right.
Gary, you were here, and I was here when I coached, was the bad years, as I call them.
Correct.
We were playing teams like Sioux Falls, Washington, Sioux Falls, Lincoln,
O'Gorman.
You can remember, I can remember one year we went to Sioux Falls, Washington when I was coaching. We had 45 kids on the roster. Washington had 45 juniors and seniors, and they were very good juniors and seniors. So I think at some point the Activities Association has to look at something to try to make a little more even.
All right. Well, we'll keep our eye on that. Both teams are now at center field as team captains commence, and we are going to get the coin toss here momentarily. And the Scoopers, as you know, like to defer if they win the coin toss. Coach Kolecki always likes to get the football to start the second half. These two teams come in 4th seeded for the Sturgis Scoopers. The Watertown Arrows come in 5th seeded The number 1 team is the Yankton Bucks. They are at home tonight. They are taking on the 8th-seeded Spearfish Spartans, and we're talking about a Spearfish team, gentlemen, that was like 4th-seeded just a couple of weeks ago, and that shows just how huge that win for the Scoopers was last week when they beat Spearfish here.
And it really was, and it was one of those games that could have gone either way.
Yep.
In fact, quite frankly, Spearfish could have won the game at some point. But they didn't, and of course I have a lot of friends from Spearfish, and they still say that was not pass interference on the offense when they scored a touchdown. I did it, but the call's the call. And give credit, I think they interviewed the Spearfish coach after that game, and that's what he said, the call's the call. And you got a lot of respect for the coaches who say that.
Absolutely. Yep. So some pretty good games going on across the state here tonight. We will keep you updated. We are right behind the student section here in the press box. So it's going to get a little noisy up here in the press box, but we wouldn't have it any other way. We are coming up at the top of the hour here. It is 6 o'clock in the Mountain Time Zone, 7 o'clock in the Central Time Zone, and this is Class 11 AA football on the Big 81. We are KBHB AM Sturgis, and on the FM translator at 105.5. You're also picking us up tonight on KWAT Watertown, and we're on Live Ticket TV. Scoopers are going to get the ball first here tonight, which means Watertown won the coin toss and deferred to the third quarter. So, guys, we're going to get our first look at the Scooper offense right away here tonight. And the playoffs are underway. Glad you're with us here tonight. Royer will return this from the 10, 15, 20, 25. Trying to find some room, and he'll run into the Watertown Arrow defensive front. And they'll spot him at about the 29-yard line, and that's where the Scoopers will start this drive, gentlemen.
It always amazes you on the kickoff. You see a big hole in the middle of the field, and you think, boy, I could run through that. And then all of a sudden, Watertown just closes it down.
Closes up a little excited, yep. So Erie and you guys had a pretty good game last week against Spearfish. Let's see if he can keep that going here tonight. They're going to line him up in the backfield behind Jackson Kano. Kano will come out of shotgun formation. 3 wide receivers to the left, now 1 in motion to the right. Kano takes the snap. Now he's going to tuck it and run. Finds a little opening, and then boom, right into a Watertown defender as he gets to about the 33-yard line. A gain of about 3 or 4 for Kano on the quarterback keep.
Well, in the words of the late John Madden, it all starts up front, and the Sturgis Scooper line has got to fire off. They're outweighed by Watertown, but they got to be quicker then.
Now, Kano had a pretty good-looking hole, but boy, it closed up quickly by that Watertown front 4. And we'll give this one to Peter Pye. Pye's got some running room, and they drag him forward. In fact, enough to give Pye the first down as he crosses the 40-yard line to get to about the 42. And the Scoopers move the sticks, 1st and 10. The wind has died down here quite a bit here tonight. It was quite gusty here earlier, but it's turned out to be a pretty chilly night, but for the most part, perfect football weather and a packed crowd here at Little Field. Nice contingent from Watertown is here as well. Kano takes the snap again to Peter Pye. Pye right up the middle, and he's going to get slung down, but not until he gets about 5 yards on the carry. He'll cross the 45-yard line. They'll spot him down at the 47. And the Scoopers on the move here on the ground. They have not attempted a pass yet.
Well, they're running off tackle, and they're getting good yardage on that off tackle play on both sides of the ball.
Pye and Kano discuss out of shotgun formation. 2 wide receivers to the right. 2 wide receivers to the left. There is the snap, quick throw, left side, that's caught. Down the sideline, enough for the first down. Arrows will bring down the ball runner at about the 45-yard line. Pass caught by number 11, that's Cole Litson on the far left side of the field.
It's a nice little gain off of just a quick pass. Picked up about 7 yards there. That was nice.
And enough for the first down. Spot the ball at the Watertown Arrow 45-yard line. Scoopers moving nicely here on the first drive of the game. Man in motion, left to right. That is number 2, Graff. Kano takes the snap, hands this one off right up the middle, but Watertown shuts it down. No gain. Back to the line of scrimmage of the 45-yard line. Nowhere to go that time for Peter Pye. Irian will come back in for him.
Big number 74, Connor Christians, played well on that play. He shut her right down right now.
Almost maybe lost a yard. They mark it at about the 44-yard line. So 2nd down and 11. Kano out of shotgun formation. Whoop, got movement. Did Watertown jump off or did Sturgis move?
No, they're saying offsides Watertown. Little Aaron Rodgers hard count got him.
He got that whole line to jump.
Yeah, they
three
sure
of them
did.
there.
Yep, that's going to be offsides on the arrows. That'll move Sturgis up to about the 40.
I mentioned Aaron Rodgers lost to Green Bay.
I don't know if you ever mentioned that or not.
I thought it was quite enjoyable.
I'm sure it was for you on
Wasn't
Sunday
100%
night.
sure which. Of course, you're going to root for the Packers.
Oh,
but-
absolutely.
Boy.
Yes, you are.
I'm an owner.
Well, you are. You do have share, don't you? Hand off to Irian. Oh, good running room. Got tripped up at the last second. Let's see if he's got a first down. He does a...
He picked up about 7 there.
Yep, he does have enough for the first down. He did a little tumble.
They're picking up really nice yards outside of that one play that went for 0. We're looking at 4, 5, 6, 7 yards every carry so far. That's exactly what we talked about. They need to just pound that rock. It'll wear these guys down. Watertown sitting with three offensive linemen, defensive linemen, and a couple of linebackers close to the line there. Create a little bit of holes.
Ball at the 33. They'll hand this one off. Irian again, and tackled from behind. Irian will get maybe a yard. Let's see where they spot him down here. Yeah, and this is something we didn't really see the Scoopers do a couple of weeks ago up in Watertown. They really struggled to move the football.
And, it's a good strategy if you're the Scoopers to run the ball, keep the ball out of Watertown's hands. Because they have a quarterback that can throw the ball and make a lot of points quick.
Absolutely. Gain of 2 at the 31. 2nd down and 8. Irian in the backfield behind Kano. Kano waiting for the snap. Takes it, looking left. Now he looks right. Oh, and it's caught by number 23 for the Scoopers. And, of course, that is Brody Royer. And Royer will get to about the 25. He's going to be a few yards shy of the first down.
That's what you call looking off the defense.
Yeah.
Jackson Kano was looking to the left, and everyone could see the defensive backs kind of floating that direction, and they throws it to the right. And nice play by Royer.
And a good thing Royer was on the same page as Kano on that one, too. Kano stands at the 30-yard line. Oh, again, movement, and no flags. Watertown did not go over. Scoopers are going to have to snap this, though. Play clock is running down. Irian in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. And Aaron, I don't know. Let's see if he got it here. I think he did. He just needed a couple, and he's got it. First down, Scoopers.
I didn't see who picked up that block, but one of our guys in the backfield kicked out and had a nice little kick-out block that sprung on that for a couple of yards.
When you've got bigger guys against you, you got to start blocking at different angles and trying to get to the second layer, and that's what Sturgis is doing.
Irian in the backfield again behind Kano. Kano takes the snap. Quick throw right side. That is caught by Litzen. Litzen gets away from one tackle, and he's in the end zone. And the Scoopers are on the board first as Cole Litzen down the right sideline scores for the black, red, and white.
Well, that was just a quick flip to Litzen. He was on the sidelines, and at least 3 Watertown Arrows missed him and led to the touchdown.
Just poor tackling by the Arrows, and the Scoopers strike first here tonight. They lead 6-0. Elliott out to kick the extra point here for the Scoopers to try and make it 7-0. Good opening drive for the Scoops. Elliott with the kick, and that is through. Oh, he missed it. Missed it to the left.
Isaac Smith there.
Smith, I'm sorry, yep. Smith missed the miss kick, yep.
He's just a sophomore.
Yep.
He's just a little guy out there, but he's got a big leg. And we interviewed him a couple of weeks ago before he made his first varsity debut. Isaac is about, I'd say, 5'5" at the most, and maybe 100 pounds if he's got an anvil in his pocket. And he's excited to be playing varsity football.
He is. And I said this during the Yankton game. I got an opportunity to fill in for Terry, but, Isaac's an old soccer player. My boys play soccer.
Yep.
And I've sat there and watched Isaac he just practices and practices and practices these field goals. You know, there's a miscue or two, right? But that's no reason to hang your head. When he puts in the work that he puts in, this is going to come.
Yep.
6-0 lead. Scoopers scored the first touchdown here tonight, and the Watertown Arrows now will get their first crack at the football.
I think the important part of that drive, guys, that they didn't accomplish in Watertown was getting into a rhythm, and those running plays, the quick passes that allowed them to just get into a groove there. And when you do that, drive after drive, good things are going to happen.
Kick from the 40. Watertown sends 2 back deep to return it. And it's high up in the air, returnable from the 15. Watertown will return it out past the 20. 25, about the 30-yard line. And that's where the Watertown Arrows will start their first possession. So Scoopers, on their opening drive, put a nice drive together. It ends with a scoring touchdown pass from Jackson Kano to Cole Litson. Now we're going to see what the Watertown Arrows can do. Marcus Pitkin, starting quarterback, number 17. Out on the field for the Watertown Arrows. He's going to come under center to get things started. Ball spotted at the 31-yard line, 1st and 10. And they'll work this one right side. Huge hole and almost to Sturgis Cooper territory and out past the 45-yard line.
14 quick yards there for, is that Shutt? It looked like.
It was Lincoln with the run.
Lincoln had a big hole on that side. You know, you look at this Watertown Arrows line, they are a big bunch of fellas. So Sturgis is, I think, going to have to do some moving around with linebackers, maybe do some stunts. They can't get manhandled by Watertown if they want to win this game.
No, taking these guys head on is not going to work. We're going to have to, man, those are some big boys.
And Lincoln had a really big hole there opened up by that Watertown offensive line. They'll give him the ball again this time. Scoopers grab him and push him back. His forward progress will take him back to about the line of scrimmage, so no gain on that one. Scoopers were ready for Shutt that time.
Well, that's what the Scoopers did this time. They ran a stunt with their linebackers, and you're going to have to do that all night long against this big Watertown line.
2nd down and 11. They give him a loss of 1 on the carry. Ball is at the 46-yard line. 5:42 to play here in the opening quarter.
Bunched up over here on the near side.
Back throw out in front of his intended receiver. Pass was intended for number 9 for the Watertown Arrows.
I like the call, though. They had 3 receivers all lined up in a straight line facing towards their goal line, and it was just a simple little screen pass, but it was just a little bit wide.
Decker, the intended receiver for the Watertown Arrows. The throw by Pitkin, though, was a little too far out in front of him. So Pitkin will come out of shotgun formation here. Shutt will stand next to him just to the left side. Put a man in motion, left to right. It's 3rd down and 11. Pitkin looking to throw, and he's going to get chased out of the pocket, and he's on the run trying to get the first down, and he gets chased out of bounds, and I think he's got it. They're going to spot him out of bounds about a yard past the line to gain, so he should have the first down for the Watertown Arrows. Huge 3rd down conversion on 3rd down and 11, and Pitkin's legs get it done for Watertown.
Nice job by Pitkin. He saw he had a lot of green when he went back to pass. Kind of opened up there, putting a rush, but they didn't. Sturgis didn't cover the middle. A lot of green. Off he goes.
1st and 10 for the Watertown Arrows. They're trying to answer the Sturgis Scoopers score. Pitkin out of shotgun formation. He's going to put a man in motion. 2 wide receivers to the left. Lincoln gets the handoff, and he's going to work it right side, and he's got some running room, and down the sidelines he goes. I don't think anybody's going to catch him, and Lincoln Shutt is in the end zone for the Watertown Arrows. Wow! A 42-yard run for Lincoln Shutt. And Watertown, just like that, ties this game up 6-6, guys.
Well, that was a nice off-tackle run by Lincoln Shutt. The entire Arrow offensive line sealed that off.
They did.
That was a nice move down the sidelines.
I don't know if he was touched. Maybe just once. For the most
maybe it's the line of scrimmage for a second.
He was gone. And he is so fast. Once he broke in past the defensive front, there was no catching him. So here's the extra point. It is up, and it is good. So the Watertown Arrows take a 1-point lead on the extra point. It is 7-6. We'll get a 30-second timeout before the kick. This is Sturgis Cooper football on the Big 81, KBHB, live ticket TV, and also tonight in Watertown on KWAT.
Up to 100 times stronger than morphine. Even a tiny amount can be deadly. It's often mixed with other drugs without your knowledge, increasing your risk of overdose. Protect yourself and your loved ones and avoid unknown substances. Stay informed, stay safe, and remember, one pill can kill. For more information on fentanyl prevention, visit your local health resource or speak to a healthcare professional today. This message was brought to you by the Great Plains Tribal Opioid Response, so that the people may live.
Sturgis. They're professional. They're honest. They're a family-owned business. Castile Auction and Real Estate of Sturgis.
Back at Louisville Field, and a 7-6 game as the Watertown Arrows take the lead. A 42-yard run by Lincoln Shutt gives them the lead as they make the extra point. That was not a very good kickoff by Watertown.
I think that was intentional.
Yeah, I think it was a little bad pooch kick because they kicked it from one side of the field to the other, hung it up in the air, and Watertown came closer to getting that ball.
Sturgis will fall on it at their own 30-yard line, and that's where they will start this drive. So on the legendary electric scoreboard here tonight, let's check some scores. Pierre leads T at halftime, 14-0. And Yankton leads Spearfish 6-0, and they are just starting the second half. So a defensive battle going on there for for Yankton and Spearfish. Scoopers will keep this one, and I think that was a quarterback keeper by Kano, and Kano hit that front three line of the Watertown Arrows and gets nothing on that one. And it will be 2nd down and 10. We've hit the 5-minute mark to go here in the first quarter. Ball back at the 34-yard line. So actually he lost a yard. It's going to be 2nd down and a long 11. Kano comes out of shotgun formation. 3 wide receivers, guys, to the right. Maybe this is the time they look for our big tight end, Gage West. Take the snap. Nope, Kano's going to keep it. And, a Watertown Arrow almost had him there in the backfield. Kano gets away from the tackle. He's going to pick up 3 yards on the carry. A lucky 3 yards for Kano.
Did a good job keeping his legs pumping there.
Did. Going to spot him down at the 34-yard line. Gain of 5, and that is going to bring up a 3rd down and a long 6 here.
No, that's one thing Sturgis is getting advantage of the Watertown tackling. A couple times now, Watertown has missed the tackle and got extra yards as a result for the Scoopers.
Kano out of shotgun. 2 wide receivers to his right. See if they try to pick up the 6 yards on the ground. Nope, Kano's going to try to go to the air. He's going to throw, and it's incomplete. That was way out in front.
I think he threw it into the Watertown bench.
He did. It was intended for Litzen, but it wasn't even close. And the Scoopers will go 3 and out on their 2nd possession of the game. And the Watertown Arrows are going to get this one back quickly. Back to return the kick is number 12, Max Stroop. Stroop will stand at about the 35-yard line. Good snap this time. Oh, they're going to fake it. And they're going to get the first down at the 45, 50, 45, 40. Litzen has a first down for the Sturgis Scoopers in the Watertown territory as they fake the punt.
Wow. I coached for 15 years. I would have never called that play.
That's a 45-yard play from our own 30. Holy smokes.
Wow.
That was gutsy.
You've got Kano out there to punt. You know he can throw it. He's your quarterback, and he threw it to a wide-open Cole Litzen.
That is something.
And Cole Litzen was wide open. There was no one within 10 yards of him.
Nobody there.
Well, give credit to Chris Gillespie. He He's pulling all the strings out tonight, guys.
He sure is.
Boy, that
And the
football.
Scoopers keep the ball. They're in Watertown Arrow territory at the 22-yard line. Kano back out on offense. Peter Pye in now at running back. He's going to put Pye in motion to the left side. Quick throw right side to Litzen again. And Litzen will get hit as he crosses the 20-yard line. He's going to pick up a gain of about 5 or 6 yards here on this one. 3 minutes to play here in the first quarter. A 7-6 lead for Watertown. They're going to mark this one inside the 20, so the Scoopers are in the red zone. 17-yard line is where they will place the football. It'll be 2nd down and 5.
You know, when we talked about earlier, something Jackson Kano's doing this game is looking off all the defensive backs and coming back the other way.
Yeah, he's doing a great job looking off the defense, and, that opens things up on that backside of the throw.
And this one out to Peter Pye. Pye going forward, and he's got the first down and more as he breaks the 10-yard line. And it looks like they'll spot him down at about the 9. And a first down and goal to go for the Scoops.
You know, for people who haven't followed Scooper football, Sully Jost was our big running back.
Yep.
The one who really had some great games going and then tore his knee up. I believe it was in the Huron game. And, Peter Pye, next man up, let's go.
He and Arian have shared the load pretty well, yep. Kano, and he's going to tuck it and keep it, and he's got a wide open hole, and into the end zone goes Jackson Kano. And the Scoopers are back out in front, and this all set up by a fake punt that got the Scoopers deep into Watertown Arrow territory, and they're up 12-7.
This may be a fun game.
This could be a game, gentlemen. See if they go for 2. Try to get that extra point back. Yep, it looks like they are going to go for 2. Going to try and make this 14-7. Kano will line up Peter Pye to his left. Kano takes a snap, and he's going to roll out and throw, and that is caught for the 2-point conversion by number 2, Ethan Graff. And the Scoopers take a 14-7 lead over the Watertown Arrows. Well, this one has been fun. 1:58 to play first quarter. Quick 30-second timeout before the kick. This is Scooper Football on KBHB, Live Ticket TV, and KWAT.
At Dakota Discount RV, our mission is to make your RV experience fun and easy by providing quality recreational vehicles, competitive pricing, and professional sales and service. We're proud to offer the finest names in RVs. Our big inventory of fifth wheels, travel trailers, and toy haulers allow us to save customers thousands of dollars compared to most dealers. Come see us at either of our 2 locations, 3330 East Mall Drive, Rapid City, or 11200 JB Road, exit 48, Somerset.
Where can you get
page?
This is Sturgis Scooper Football on KBHB, the Big 81, home of Sturgis Scooper Sports.
All right, we'll see if Watertown can answer. Scoopers score a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. They lead 14-7. 21 points scored so far here in the first quarter, and we may not be done. There is the kick.
The script kick.
Picked up at the 20. Run out to the 25, and then forced out of bounds. Crossing the 30-yard line is number 12 for the Watertown Arrows, so that is Max Stroop. So Stroop on the return, and Watertown will be setting up shop at the 31-yard line.
Well, let's look at that touchdown again. Give a lot of credit to the Sturgis offensive line. They drove back the Watertown line, and all Jackson Kano had to do was read the lineman, find the gap, and go in for a touchdown.
Yeah, that he did.
Yeah, as soon as he got by that defensive line, there was no one in front of him. I mean, there was no one close.
Nobody there. All right, let's see if Watertown can answer. Quarterback Pitkin will come out of shotgun formation. Scott lines up just to his left. Scott gets the carry, finds a nice hole. He's going to pick up a yard, 2, 3 before he's pushed back. Looks like Scott will get his forward progress to the 35-yard line.
I think you're going to see a whole lot of Lincoln Scott tonight.
I think you are too, yep. He does get to the 35-yard line. We have 1:33 left in the first quarter. 2nd down and 7. They give Lincoln 3. Winner of this game will move on to the semifinals, and they'll take on either the Yankton Bucks or the Spearfish Spartans, whoever wins that game tonight down in Yankton.
Yankton's up in that game right now at halftime, 6-0, so it's a tight one.
Lincoln Scott does a little 360 here, and he's not going to get to the first down, but he is going to pick up another 2 or 3 yards.
Gage Weston on the tackle, the linebacker. And that's what Sturgis has to do if they're going to take on this big Watertown line, is they've got to get those linebackers active and in the play.
Ball at the 37-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 4 for the Arrows.
We've seen a lot of their running game. Coach before the game said they were looking to be about 50-50. We've seen a lot of runs so far.
Quick throw, and that's caught, and it is enough for the first down. Pass caught by big number 9, Caden Decker. He's the 185-pound fullback for the Watertown Arrows. His catch will give the Arrows a first down at the 43-yard line. And depending on how fast Watertown goes here, that could be the final play of the first quarter. Final 20 seconds ticking away here.
Nice job by Caden Decker. You know, I like it when you see a receiver knows where his sticks are and where he has to go get the first down, and that is exactly what he did. So, nice route running.
That came on a 3rd down and 4 for the Arrows. They have 4 seconds to snap this football before the first quarter runs out. They're not going to get it off, so they're going to let the first quarter expire. After 1, we've got a good one, everyone. It's Sturgis 14, Watertown 7. The Arrows are driving, and that's how we'll open the second quarter in 60. This is South Dakota High School playoff football for Class 11AA on KBHB, Live Ticket TV, and KWAT in Watertown.
Surprisingly great rates on auto and renter's insurance at State Farm. I'm State Farm Agent Matt McCormick, and I'm your one-stop shop in Rapid City for protecting your car and your stuff for surprisingly great rates. So stop looking around. Call me, State Farm Agent Matt McCormick, for surprisingly great auto and renter's rates today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Individual premiums will vary by customer. All applicants subject to State Farm underwriting requirements.
At Security First, we support all the essential banking stuff, like school sports. We also support mobile deposits. But have you ever heard a mobile deposit belt out your school fight song with a mouthful of popcorn? I don't think so. Any bank these days could snap a picture of your check. Only a community bank could snap a picture of you spilling your nachos as your team scores the game-winning point. Security First, the bank you cheer with. Member FDIC.
Gable and Gunderson are here with customized care. They specialize in finding the root of your pain and are committed to getting you back in the game. Schedule your appointment today. That's Key City Chiropractic and Acupuncture on Ballpark Road in Sturgis. First play of the second quarter, and Pitkin keeps the ball, works his way to the right side, and goes nowhere. In fact, he loses a couple of yards.
Again, give credit to the Sturgis Scooper linebackers. They were in the flow, and Watertown had a nice blocks out front, but from the backside, the linebackers made the tackle.
Yeah, they did a really nice job stringing that play out, just going, using the sideline as a friend, an extra defender there.
Yeah, that's what a good linebacker does, and defensive end is use your sideline as a friend. Swing it out.
41. Yep. Oh, 2nd down and 12. Watertown may have to burn a timeout here. Yeah, they didn't get that play, and their play clock was running down. So they're going to have to burn their first timeout of the second half. Scoopers with a 14-7 lead over the Arrows here tonight.
I think that on this next series, you got to see Lincoln going back to Lincoln Scott. He is such a ball player out here. I think you're going to see a lot more of him on this drive.
Yeah, I mean, they add up quick when you're running them for 42 yards, but he has 5 carries so far for 60 yards in the first quarter. Hasn't gotten the ball yet in the second, but I promise that is coming.
Yeah.
Off the legendary electric scoreboard, Huron has scored first on Brookings. They lead 7-0. Yankton leading Spearfish in the third, 6-0. Pierre leads T Area 21-0, and they are in the third quarter. All right, here come the Arrows. Facing a big 2nd down and 12. Pitkin out of shotgun formation. Quick throw, left side. That is caught. A nice hole opened up, but didn't last for very long, and he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Hunter Peterson, the catch for the Watertown Arrows, and not much. And this is going to be a big 3rd down coming up for the Arrows, 3rd and long. They have converted on every one of their 3rd downs so far tonight.
I think at this point you're going to have to, if you're going to throw the ball, I think you're going to have to throw it down the field.
Got to go deep. Yep.
They tried a couple bubble screens, and the linebackers have been there to meet it. So now I think you got to start going vertical with the ball.
So it's still 3rd down and 12. Ball at the 41-yard line. Watertown is perfect on 3rd down conversions tonight. They put a man in motion. Pitkin takes the snap, looking. Got plenty of time. He's going to throw this one deep. He's got a man down there, and oh, did he catch it? No, it hit the grass. Incomplete.
Well, it was close. He had it in his hands, but couldn't control it until when he hit the ground.
Cutler Swenson almost pulled in a wonderful pass.
And what a nice effort. He threw himself out there.
Yes, he did.
But as he comes down, you can see the ball hit the ground and bounce out of his hands. Nice effort.
And he had the defender beat there. That was going to be a big play.
And we said they had to start going vertical.
That's right.
If they're going to do any passing.
Scooper defense holds. Watertown now will kick it away. Scooper's going to get the ball back here in the 2nd quarter. And it's a short high kick. Scoopers return it to about the 40-yard line.
Boy, those always make me hold my breath. A returner's on the run trying to get to that ball and catches it out in front of him. He did a nice job holding on to the ball there and picked up a few yards. But
yeah, those are times coaches start to sweat when you see that kickoff returner running to the ball, and with a lot of white and purple jerseys around him, you just please hold on to the ball.
Yeah, you got to hold on to that ball. He did a great job on that.
Ball up the 42-yard line, 1st and 10. Sturgis. Both of their possessions so far tonight have resulted in touchdowns. Jackson Kano out of shotgun formation. 2 wide receivers to his right. Puts a man in motion left to right. Kano takes a snap. Quick throw left side, and that was almost a backwards pass, but no matter. Graff has it. And Graff will pick up some positive yards.
I might have to give. I think that was backwards. I think Graff just got some rushing yards there.
I think if he would have dropped it, that would have been a fumble.
That would have been a fumble, yep.
But he did, and he ended up getting about 6 yards out of the deal.
6 yards on the catch and run. Ball spotted at the 49-yard line.
Now, Sturgis is really mixing things up tonight.
They sure are. It's good to see that. Yep. Kano out of shotgun formation. Takes a snap, quick throw, left side, and beautiful block, and that's going to allow Litson to get free. And Litson will get it to about the 35, maybe 36-yard line, and the Scoopers have a 1st down.
Very nice, and that momentum he had carried him forward for a couple more when the Arrows were finally able to catch up to him. They closed fairly quickly, considering how he got by that first tackle, and he was off.
Ball up to 35, 1st and 10. Kano out of the shotgun. Whoops, somebody moved again. Was it Watertown who jumped off sides? I think it was.
The quarterback kind of moved his head. That can't be...
offsides on the Arrows, yep.
It could be illegal procedure sometimes depending on what the quarterback does.
Scoopers will get a free 5 yards. They'll spot it at the 30. And it'll be 1st down and 5. Kano will stand at the 35-yard line. Takes a snap, looking to throw, and he's going to throw this one deep, and nobody's home. Yep. So somebody, I think, was supposed to cut outside and went inside.
Gage West was the intended receiver on that. He was well covered there by Watertown.
He sure was.
3 for the Watertown Arrows. That's Swenson. And I think he just couldn't make the cut to go to the ball.
Yeah. So 2nd down and 5, incomplete pass. Kano will stand at about the 35-yard line. Two wide receivers to the right. He'll hand this one off to Irian, and Irian will cross the 30. He's going to be a few yards shy of the first down. And it'll be 3rd down and 3. So big 3rd down coming up here for the Scoopers. They got the free 5 yards off the offsides penalty on the Arrows. See if they try and maybe give this one to Erie and see if he can get this one to the line again, which is the 25-yard line. Again, movement by that Arrow front. Nobody went off yet. Cato out of the shotgun formation. Here comes Watertown. They're going to bring it all up, and we got a timeout called by the Scoopers. So Coach Koletsky saw something there he didn't like on that Watertown defense. And with the timeout on the field, we'll take one on the air. This is the South Dakota Class 11 AA football quarterfinals. Scoopers and Watertown on KBHB, Live Ticket TV, and KWAT. We're back in 30.
Welcome to Bowie Foods at Al's Oasis Plaza. My great-grandfather, Gus Bowie, opened the first store in 1905. I'm R.F. Bowie, the president of Bowie Foods. We aren't your typical store. You'll find everything you need for your family. You'll save money, and I promise you're going to enjoy your grocery shopping experience. We carry a lot of locally produced products and some things you just aren't going to find anywhere else. South Dakota owned, family owned, Bowie Foods.
Would you buy your insurance?
Scooper football on the Big 81. Back at Whittle Field, and the Scoopers with a 14-7 lead over the Watertown Arrows. We have 8:14 to play here, second quarter. Scoopers looking at a big 3rd down and 3. And they'll hand this one off right side. Irian changes directions, and he's right at the sticks. And I think he's got enough.
That is close.
It is going to be close, but I think he's got enough. Ooh, boy. No, nothing yet.
Yep, now they say it.
All right, first down. No, they did not. It's 4th down.
Oh, they did say
They did not give it to him. No. It's 4th down and inches.
I was looking at the white hat, and it looked like he was saying it was a first down, but now they're going to talk about it.
Yep. Right at the moment, they got 4th down. Now they're going to move it. Oh, are they?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, they are. Now they are. They had 4th down.
That was a tough run by Zoll.
Yeah, the referee said first down. He signaled first down.
Oh, now they're going to talk again. Well, you could measure this. Well, no, now you can't. They've moved the marker.
They've moved the markers.
Yeah,
now,
so you've got to give this a first down. Yep.
You can't take it to the
yard. Back. No.
They don't have an automatic measuring stick like they do in the NFL now.
And I think the Scoopers were probably in 4-down territory there anyway.
I think so. They would have went for it on 4th and inches.
Yep. It's a pretty deep field goal attempt, and half a yard shy if they.
And they'll hand this one off again, and getting away from one tackle is Gage West, and West will get some positive yards.
Again, good penetration by that Watertown line, but they're missing. 2 people missed the tackle deep in the backfield. They've got to get the running back down, hit him low, and down they go.
Spot the ball at the 20-yard line, so the Scoopers in the red zone. 7:44 left to play here, second quarter. Scoopers trying to go up by 2 scores. They lead 14-7. Peter Pye in the backfield now. They give it to him, and he's through the line, and I think he's about to the first down marker. He's a little shy of the 10. Let's see where they...
Yeah.
Or the 15. No, that should be plenty for the first down.
That's about a 9-yard gain there.
They will spot him down at about the 12-yard line. 1st and 10, Sturgis.
Watertown's having a lot of difficulty dealing with the misdirection.
They are. Yep.
Sturgis is faking handoffs here, there, and then giving it to somebody. And right now, Watertown is on their heels trying to figure out who's got the ball.
And those are slow developing, but if your offensive line can buy you the time to pull that off, it's confusing.
Going to keep this one, and he shakes 2 tackles and just poor tackling by the Arrows. And the Arrows should have had Kano way back there at the 15-yard line, but Kano was just able to break free and turn it into positive yards. Looks like they're going to spot Kano down here at about the 8-yard line. So 2nd down and 7. We're coming up on 7 minutes to play here in the first half. Kano will come out in shotgun formation. He's going to send Erie in from right to left. So Erie will set up on the left side. 3 wide receivers to the right. Kano takes the snap, and he's going to try and run this ahead, and he'll get to about the 5, maybe the 6.
Might have picked up about 2 there.
It'll be 3rd down coming up now. They'll spot him at the 6-yard line, so it'll be 3rd down and 7.
I like how Watertown is attacking. Their defense is attacking, come across, but they got to finish the play.
Yeah.
They got to make the tackle.
Yep, wrap up and get that tackle. The Scoopers, they can get a 1st down here.
Without scoring a touchdown, yep. So 3rd down and 5 officially. Kano will give it to Arian. Arian straight ahead. Let's see where they spot him. I think he's going to be a little short, guys. So you're going to have 4th down and a couple for a 1st down. Let's see if they decide to kick this one for the field goal or go for it on 4th down. Looks like they're going to bring in the kicking unit.
The kicker.
Yep.
Which is a good call because they go up by 2 possessions.
Yeah, I agree 100%.
So Isaac Smith is going to give it a shot. This will be a 20-yard field goal. Spotted at the 10.
We know he can kick the ball. Let's see how he does on this field goal.
Yep. Try and make it a 17-7 game. Kick is up, and that one is no good. So he misses the Field goal. And guys, I couldn't tell if that went to the left or if it was up top of the upright there.
Had plenty of leg on it.
Yeah.
He just missed the upright.
He sure did. I think that just went a little wide left. That was close, but I agree with that call though. You got to take the points if you can get them.
Yep.
You know, any points, it's an opportunity there that you just can't shy away from.
Right, and then it's a two-possession game.
Yeah.
So Sturgis with a very good drive end up with no points. And they will spot this one at the 20-yard line. And that is where Watertown will take over after the missed field goal. So Watertown still down by just one touchdown and an extra point. He'll hand this one off. Scott trying to work his way forward here, and he'll kind of shake and bake a little bit and get to about the 22. So a pretty short gain for him.
You got about 3 there, maybe 4. You know, if you're running the ball, you take 4 yards every single play.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Second down and 7.
You give it to the big guy, get his 4 yards. You always want positive yards on first down, and Watertown did that right there.
Pitkin come out of shotgun formation. Scott will line up just to his right. 2 wide receivers to his left, 1 to his right. Man goes in motion, left to right. Pitkin takes a snap. Again, hand off to Scott. Scott bounces off one tackle, but not the other, and down he goes.
Lost a couple there.
Yes, he did. Those 3 yards he gained on the last one, he'll lose on this one. And now a huge third down coming up for the Watertown Arrows again.
And the other thing is they've used only about a minute on this drive.
Yep.
If they have to punt, Sturgis is going to get the ball in good position and a lot of time on the board.
4:33 left to play here in the second quarter. Scoopers lead 14-7. It is 3rd down and 8. Watertown has been pretty good on 3rd down. Pitkin looking to throw. Now he's going to tuck it. Now he's going to throw it, and he's find an open man for the first down. What a catch!
It's a big tight end, Coach.
Oh my! And he was making sure he got free. A big number 11. That's Hunter Peterson who caught it.
We talked about him earlier in the broadcast. He is a big, strong kid. And when quarterbacks scramble, that's when your coverage starts to break down, and that's what happened there with Pitkin.
And he found Peterson for the first down. Ball's at the 34-yard line, so Watertown keeps this drive going.
It was only Pitkin's 4th pass attempt in this game. A lot more rushing attempts than passing for the Arrows so far.
Pitkin, he's going to throw this one down the field, and that is not hauled in. Right in the arms of Cutler Swenson. He just couldn't tuck it away.
That was a great ball. That was a great ball by Pitkin.
Beautiful pass. Boy, you couldn't have asked for a better pass. Swenson just couldn't come down with it.
Well, and there was good coverage there. If you watch, both the defensive back and the receiver were kind of doing a little chicken fighting out there for the ball. It was a good no call. And, it was a great pass. Almost a great reception.
Yeah. On that fly route, hit him right in the breadbasket over the shoulder. That was great. Just
second down and 10. Ball to 34. And the quarterback keeper. And running into his own man, and that just went nowhere. Pitkin, down he goes, gets to the 35. So he'll get a yard, but again, here comes another big third down for the Arrows. And we are coming up on 3:20 to play here in the first half. The halftime report is on the way.
I see number 11, Hunter Peterson, is going off to the sidelines. Makes you wonder who they're going to throw to next.
That's a big target.
And it looks like they're coming out in their bubble screen formation with the three receivers all lined up in one line.
Let's see what they've got planned here. Pitkin waiting for the pass. Out go the three. Getting chased out of the pocket is Pitkin. Pitkin will throw. Oh, and he overthrew his receiver, intended receiver number 3, Kessler Swenson.
He's rolling out to his right, kind of ran out of real estate there.
Good point. He was rolling to the right. He gets to the sidelines. He's got to get rid of the ball because he has a defensive back coming down on him that was spying him, and he just overthrew the receiver.
So Watertown now facing 4th and 9, and they'll have to punt this one away. The Scoopers are going to get the ball back here. Up 14-7, late in the second quarter. Here is the kick. High, and let's see if it takes a Watertown bounce. Oh boy, it does. It takes a big Watertown bounce all the way back to about the 23-yard line. Good punt.
That was a good punt.
As a coach, you always tell their punt returners, if you have a play on the ball, take the fair catch. Don't let it roll another 15 yards.
And it did.
That time Sturgis didn't take the fair catch, and it rolled.
And it rolled about another 15 yards.
I think he would have been making another one of those running grabs.
Well taken.
I'm okay with him letting that one drop. He was too far away from it probably to go for it.
2 minutes, 43 seconds left here in the first half. Sturgis leads 14-7. They have the ball back at their own 23-yard line. Kano out of the shotgun. Takes a snap, and he's going to tuck it and keep it. Gets away from one tackle, but not the next. And he'll get drugged down by the Watertown defender after he crosses the 25. And it looks like they will spot him down at about just shy of the 27.
That was a great tackle. One-on-one tackle by Cooper Ketwig. Without that tackle, Kano had some room to roam.
Yes, he did. Kano out of shotgun formation. 2nd down and 6. He'll throw this one left side. Gage West gets it, and I think Gage has got plenty for the first down. He gets forced out of bounds. Scoopers move the chains. Good catch by Gage West. Spot at the 36.
A conservative coach would simply run the clock down and go into halftime. Chris Gillespie is not a conservative coach.
He's not.
He's
he knows
about
this is
everything
playoffs
tonight, folks.
Yep.
I think, does your mindset change? It's the playoffs,
yep,
right?
Yep.
Put points on the board.
There's no tomorrow.
Kano throws right side. That's caught. Graff, and Graff gets knocked out of bounds. And he'll pick up about 5 or 6 yards on the catch on the far side of the field. And we'll spot it at the 42-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 4. A minute and a half left to play here in the first half. Kano looking to take the snap and does. Hands this one off and tripped up before he can get to the line to gain. That was Peter Pye, and Pye gets to about the 44. So 3rd down and short, and the Scoopers call timeout. So 14-7, Scoopers lead. A minute 10 to play in the second quarter in this Class 11 AA playoff quarterfinal between the Sturgis Scoopers. They come in seed number 4. And the Watertown Arrows, who are seed number 5. The winner of this game gets the winner of Yankton Spearfish next week.
So Greg is 3rd and 3. You've got $1:10 left on the clock. Run it.
I think your playbook's open. We've got to come up with 56 yards here to get to the end zone in a minute 10. The important thing though right now is getting that first down. 2-3 yards. I don't know. I think your playbook's wide open, and whatever you feel good about. I think going back to what we said pregame, running the ball is an emphasis. I'd go there.
Scoopers have 1 timeout remaining here. Watertown has 2. Kano out of shotgun formation. Takes a snap. Quick throw. Right side. First down. Just enough for the first down. Scoopers will move the chains. They convert on 3rd and short.
Well, you're right, Greg. They are pulling everything out of the playbook tonight. There were 4 white jerseys around that ball, and the Scooper receiver ends up with it.
Yeah, no, that's the quick pass. I like that Kano's getting the ball out of his hands quick. That, I think, is very important.
He really hasn't been pressured tonight because he's getting the ball out of his hands really quick.
Yeah, I agree.
Cato takes the snap, looks, and that's in and out of the hands of his intended receiver. That's Cole Litson, number 11. That'll stop the clock, and it'll be 2nd down and 10. Ball at the 49-yard line. Just a little too much rocket fuel on that one for Litson to corral it, I guess.
A little amped up on that throw, maybe.
Indeed. 2nd and 10. 1:01 left to play before halftime. Kano, the lone setback out of the shotgun formation, keeps it and just follows his blockers and almost a first down. He does have the first down.
That was a 10-yard run by Kano.
Yes.
Great work.
So remember, in high school, if you get a first down, the clock stops.
That's correct. Until they spot the chains. Yep. Scoopers will go in a hurry here. 1st and 10, ball at the 40-yard line. Kano takes the snap, quick throw, right side, and trying to get out of bounds. I don't think he did.
Nope.
And the clock will continue to run. Oh, no, now we have a flag, a late flag come in here. And usually this is extracurricular, and these will haunt you. These unnecessary roughness.
Crazy.
Yep. Who got it, though?
If it's against Watertown, it's the worst thing you want because the penalty stops the clock.
Correct.
And adds yardage.
And
but
you
we'll
get
see.
Sturgis 15 yards if it's on Watertown, but we'll see. They're going to keep the ball at the 38 is where they mark it for the time being.
Not sure.
Maybe they picked up the flag.
I think they picked
they
up
must
the
have picked it up. So
no, here they go.
No, this is going to be on.
Looks like
Watertown. This is on Watertown. Yep.
Called on sportsmanlike conduct, and like you said, just a little extracurricular after that play. Man, that put 15 yards really changes things now, doesn't it?
Yep.
And it stops the clock. That's the last thing you want to see.
37 seconds left. Scoopers now in business. They'll have it 1st and 10. Ball at the 23-yard line. Cato out of the shotgun formation, takes a snap. And down he goes. Did he lose the ball? I think he did, guys, and I think Watertown's got it.
We got a flag down.
That is Watertown. A huge turnover for them.
Good play by the Watertown defense.
They stripped Jackson Kano in the sack, and
I don't think Jackson Kano ever saw that.
I don't think he saw him coming. Yep. So the Arrows are going to stifle that drive by the Scoopers. That's the first turnover of the game. And now let's see what Watertown comes up with here. They don't have much time, but they do have 2 timeouts. They have 29 seconds.
That was huge for Watertown.
Boy, that is huge.
They just gave up that 15-yard penalty. Scoopers are moving the ball before that. Got them into good field position there with 29 seconds. Scoopers are threatening, and all of a sudden, big play. I'm with you guys. I don't think Kano was standing up looking for that pass and eyes downfield and did not see that defender right in his chest. It's a great play by Watertown.
Watertown will get the ball to start the 3rd quarter. Pitkin looking. He's got a ton of time. A flag comes out. He's going to throw this one away. Let's check the flag.
I think it's going to be the area holding.
Yeah. Got a holding call down there, I think, big number 77.
Yep, that's going to be holding on the Arrows.
when you get a quarterback moving like Pitkin does, lots of times the offensive man, when he's getting beat, will just reach out and grab a jersey.
Yeah. Well, their eyes are on their block. They don't know where that quarterback's going. So
that'll be a 10-yard penalty. It'll push the Arrows 10 yards back. And now you're down to 22 seconds. So it's kind of really limits what you can do here. And you don't want any mistakes here.
No.
And again, you're going to get the ball to start the third quarter. So.
And I think for the Scooper defense right now, 22 seconds left. You got them pushed back, but you got to stay really focused on those receivers.
Yep.
Pitkin will come under center now this time, and they may just take this into halftime. Nope, they're going to run it, and hope maybe Scott can just break one. But boy, the Scoopers have just shut him down here in the second quarter. He had a great first quarter, but he has not been able to do much here in the second quarter for the Arrows. In the final 5 seconds of the first half will wind away here. And we're going to go into the halftime locker room. The Scoopers will have the lead. It is 14-7. The halftime report being brought to you tonight by Quick Mart Sturgis Subs. We'll take this 3-minute timeout. You're listening to Sturgis Scooper Football and the Class 11 AA Football Playoff Quarterfinals here on KBHB, Live Ticket TV, and KWAT in Watertown.
Cartoon character?
What's up, Doc?
Cartoons are good for a laugh, but when you're in an accident or you need your home covered and need help, it's no laughing matter. That's why you need a real person, like Lance at Van Z Insurance Associates. It's not just simple insurance either. Lance has you covered with home, life, auto, and business. Van Z Insurance is your place to call. Stop by today or give Lance a call at 605-393-2399.
Lucky for us, life is full of choices, big and small. They define us, make us who we are. And when it comes time for you to choose a car, home, your next big adventure, or start a new business, Farmers Union Insurance has the variety of coverage options to protect each perfect moment. Farmers Union Insurance. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
When life gets hard and our thoughts get too much to bear, finding the resiliency within us can help us find healing. The 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline provides 24/7 free support for anyone in suicidal distress or emotional crisis. All texts and calls are anonymous and connect you to local resources that uphold cultural values and pave the way to healing. Find the strength within you. Find the strength within our culture. Reach out if you need help today.
Great news. I just got the State Farm personal price plan on our home and auto insurance.
You told our agent about my thing for romance novels?
No, you don't have to get that personal. Our agent just helped me choose affordable options to create a personalized price just for us.
Oh, sweet. Then you won't believe the love triangle Jen is in now.
Contact me, State Farm agent Scott Carlson, to create your personal price plan today.
Prices vary by state. Options selected by customer. Availability and eligibility may vary.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
Dreaming of a perfectly manicured property? Or maybe just making those weekend chores a whole lot easier? Grossenberg Implement has the answer. Right now you can get special low-rate financing on powerful and versatile John Deere compact utility tractors. Large or small, we've got them all. And they do it all too. From mowing to tilling to landscaping and hauling. Visit your local or go to grossenberg.com for low-rate financing on compact tractors.
Halftime at Whittle Field here in this Class 11 AA quarterfinal playoff game, and the Scoopers with the 14-7 lead, and we're going to have a special guest with us here in just a moment. But first, Greg Gloat's got our first half recap tonight on the stats. Go ahead, Greg.
Put my microphone down so you can hear me. Holy smokes. All right. For the Scoopers, they've been sharing the ball in the backfield. Jackson Kano leads with 8 carries for 34 yards rushing. Zolarian has 7 carries for 18. Gage West got in on the action and some of that misdirection, 5 yards there. Peter Pye and Ethan Graff so far all have carries for the Scoopers. Jackson Kano passing. He is 10 for 13. He's protected the ball. He's completed those passes, doing really well. Got 124 yards right now. He's also spread the ball around a little bit. Gage West, Ethan Graff, Cole Litzen been his number one target with 6 receptions for 100 yards in the first half, and Brody Royer with 1 catch as well. Over on the Watertown side of things, I think the story there is that, their penalties. Scoopers are penalty free right now. Mm-hmm. Watertown, however, has 4 penalties for 35 yards. They've come in big time situations, so it's been fortunate for the Scoopers to pick those up, but Watertown's going to have to clean those up. Rushing, as expected, Lincoln's got 8 carries, 60 yards. That kid can run. Marcus Pitkin from the quarterback spot, he's rushed for 3 times, 11 yards, and Hunter Peterson has 1 carry for a negative yard at the moment. Passing, let's see. Marcus Pitkin has thrown the ball 6 times. He's only completed 2 passes, 17 yards. Those 2 passes were from Hunter Peterson and Caden Decker. 17 yards there again. If you're Watertown, you got to clean up those penalties and give yourself a chance. You keep knocking yourself out of getting behind the sticks, so to speak, and that's tough on a team. A really good deal for the Scoopers. I think the game plan coming in was to rush the ball, and boy, they're doing that. I didn't add up the total rushes, but they've got a bunch of them.
So far, so good for the Scoopers. They lead 14-7 here at the half. Making his way up to the booth here, Wayne Sullivan. Glad to have you here, my friend.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate you having me up here again. What a great game so far, right?
Yeah, I was just going to say, your thoughts on the first half. I think we were wondering what we were going to see on the running game for the Scoopers, but they've done pretty well here in the first half.
Well, exactly. Like you said, they're establishing the run, trying to get that up, so maybe a little later play-action pass. And again, back to the 2 passes that were caught for Watertown. Those were for first downs. So we got to get a little bit of pressure on the quarterback, keep him in the pocket. Then that long 3rd down they had, the quarterback got out and got the first down. Defense playing well. A couple things here and there. I think they're going to shore up. Coach did a good job. I love the fake punt call.
Yeah.
Nobody knew it was coming except me. Koletsky said he had it in his back pocket and was waiting, and he did it at the right time. They executed, got the momentum going, and again with Kano, his footwork's great. He's been throwing the nice bubble screens, been throwing the nice little outs. That's what's open. If you notice, Watertown's been playing 7-8 yards off. They're going to keep giving it and take the gift, and they've been doing that, and that's been working really well. And can't say enough about the offensive line. They're doing a great job. Running backs are running hard. It looks like Peter and Zola are running with a chip on their shoulder, which they need to. If you've noticed, they're falling forward every time, which is a sign of a great attack on their side. So very excited for the second half. It's going to come down to, unfortunately, we just hope that, whoever makes the first mistake, whether it be now the turnover we had wasn't very, didn't hurt us a lot.
Right.
I was a little surprised we went for the field goal. I thought maybe on the 3-yard line we'd go for it. If not, they get it there. High school football, if you kick it out of the end zone, they get it on the 20 automatic.
Correct.
So I was hoping he would go for it there. But, that's tough. You want points on the board. I get it. And I'm just glad that we didn't let them score before the half since they get the ball starting.
So impressed with the Scooper defense in this first half, shutting down Watertown's main running back, Scott, who had such a fabulous game against the Scoopers out in Watertown. Tonight, the Scoopers kind of got his number.
Yeah, after that first drive when he scored, it looks like they made a little adjustment there, so he wasn't running to the right side a lot. And so, again, that's the whole game, in-game adjustments, halftime adjustments. So we'll see who's going to make those in this second half.
Crazy year in Class 11 AA.
Anybody on a given night.
I don't know if I've ever seen anything like this year.
Yeah. it's been amazing. It's been fun to watch. Here we got Yankton Spearfish finally scored. Now Yankton and Spearfish 12-7. Anytime, any game. I mean, again, you look at the Huron Brookings game. I mean, 7-0 right now. That's crazy. And that's the biggest thing, again, being home field. You want to host. I'm so excited for our school and our fans that we get to host tonight. And it's just a great atmosphere out here.
Sturgis has had a strong season at home.
Yes.
This home field magic has just worked wonders for this Scooper football team.
Right. I think one of the things, too, Watertown hasn't played on grass all year.
That's true.
And so, I think a lot of that, the footing, the things that, you normally feel that you can do 100%. And so I think that's a good advantage for us. I think in the second half we're going to get 1 or 2 turnovers. I think that's what's going to help us seal this game. But again, blocking and tackling. We do that better. That's what you got to do.
Indeed. Great first half. Wayne, thanks for joining us tonight.
Appreciate you, gentlemen. Thank you. Go Scoopers.
Go Scoops.
All right, Scoopers getting ready for the second half, taking on the Watertown Arrows here in this Class 11 AA playoff quarterfinal matchup. We'll run down some scores for you coming up next. A 2-minute timeout first. This is the Class 11 AA football playoffs on the Big 81 KBHB, live ticket TV, and on KWAT in Watertown.
When you ask for
Do you have a pest problem? Got bats, ants, termites? Family owned and operated, Olson's Pest Technicians have had over 50 years experience taking care of pest problems in places across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa. Utilizing brilliant methods such as Centricon bait stations for termites and Vicane treatment for bed bugs. There's no pest too tough for Olson's Pest Technicians. If you have pest problems, call 800-KILL-BUGS.
When the world feels big, a small note can mean everything. Find mental health support at sdbehavioralhealth.gov.
Sturgis Strikers is your hometown bowling alley that is locally owned and operated. Come on down and bowl a game, join a league, or have a birthday party. Don't forget Friday and Saturdays are Blacklight Bowling Nights. Conveniently located off 1st and LaSalle Street, stop in and grab your morning coffee from 5-8 Espresso. Not a coffee person? No problem. Grab a tea or smoothie. And if you're going to grab a drink, why not grab a Daylight Donut or two? All located inside Sturgis Strikers off 1st and LaSalle.
Quick mark, Sturgis subs. Well, lots of great games going on across the state here tonight, so let's take a look at the scoreboard. It is being powered tonight by the folks at Legendary Electric. Greg, would you like to check some of the playoff scores? Let's start with Class 11 AA.
Perfect. Yankton playing Spearfish in Yankton. The Spearfish just got on board. It's 12-7. 8 minutes left in the fourth quarter right now. Huron is playing Brookings. Number 2 Huron up 7-0 at the end of the first half. And the other game going on is Pierre TF Riggs. They're playing T area. They're up 28-7 right now.
Looks like Pierre may have that one just about locked up. We'll keep our eye on that score, of course. I see Lincoln, they did beat Central tonight, 60-21. Harrisburg leads O'Gorman, 17-3. Brandon Valley beat Roosevelt, 41-14, and Jefferson is beating Washington, 21-0. They are at halftime. 11A, Sioux Falls Christian is all over Rapid City Christian, 54-0. They're about ready to head into halftime there. In 11B, St. Thomas More, the number 2 seed, has a 31-8 lead over Mount Vernon Plankinton. Elk Point Jefferson leads Sioux Valley 28-14. They're going to the half there. Dual leads Wagner 14-6, also going into halftime. And Clark, Willow Lake, and Winter are tied at 6. Good game there.
Great game into the first half in that one.
9AA Elkton Lake Benton leads Hanson 44-15. Parkston, that's actually a final now. Elkton Lake Benton with the win. Parkston leads Bonhomme 22-0 at half. Marion Freeman Academy leads Kimball White Lake 44-0 at the half. And in the first quarter, Hamlin leads Hill City 16-7. Platte Geddes is beating Alcester Hudson at half 14-8. That's an upset. Phillip and Ipswich are tied at 6 at halftime. Number 1 Wall leads Castlewood. They are about ready to head into the half. It's 27-0 Eagles. And Howard leads Warner at the half, 28-7. And in 9B, Del Rapids St. Mary's beats Corsica Stickney. They're the number 1 seed, 56-6. Coleman Egan upsets Harriet Selby. Wow, 24-14. That's a final. Avon leads Sioux Falls Lutheran 30-22 at half. And Faulkton area leads Sully Buttes 20-6. They're about ready to go into halftime. So we have at least one upset tonight. Coleman Egan, a huge win over third-seeded Harriet Selby tonight.
Yeah, I think, do we have that backwards?
Well, I've got Coleman Egan 24, Harriet Selby 14.
Coleman number 3?
Oh, Coleman's they got RV, so that means it was not ranked. So
I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's going on.
Anyway, Coleman Egan does get the win over Harriet Selby, 24-14. Well, it looks like Coach Bob Havilah is going to send us an interview. We'll talk with him about that coming up here in just a moment. In the meantime, we're about ready to get the second half going. They put 3 minutes on the clock for the players to get warmed up here before we start the second half of this Class 11AA football quarterfinal. Let's get 60 seconds in here, and then we'll be right back. This is Scooper football against the Watertown Arrows tonight. Thanks for listening out in Watertown, everyone, on KBHB, Live Ticket TV, and KWAT.
Grocery Mart off Junction Avenue in Sturgis, South Dakota is your locally owned and operated grocery store. Stop in and shop the great selection of fresh cut meats. Then stroll on over to the fresh produce aisle. Watch for weekly ads for big savings and make sure you're checking out their Facebook page for the hot deals. Grocery Mart continues to strive to offer the best deals to their customers. Located off Junction Avenue in Sturgis, South Dakota, Grocery Mart says go Scoopers.
It's a particular kind of joy when people come together. It's really nothing like it. And isn't it amazing in that wherever, whenever, however, connecting you to what matters most.
CHS and the farmers and ranchers we serve know all about change, because together we've changed agriculture. That's why we're the largest farmer-owned cooperative in the country. So farmers own the system they count on, with advantages at every step. From innovative tools that help crops grow, to grain processing expertise, to energy solutions, we create connections to empower agriculture. Learn more at chsinc.com.
The Home Slice Group.
All it takes is a turnover here or there, or a big play here or there, and things can turn around. So a 14-7 lead, and really, guys, couple of mistakes on the Scoopers. I hate to call a missed field goal a mistake, because the Scoopers, you always try and take the points when you can. But the turnover, driving right before halftime, definitely a mistake. Scoopers could right now, guys, legitimately be up by 2 scores, if not more.
That's right, and I talked to the coaches on the sidelines at halftime.
they said that Jackson Kano never saw the defensive player coming at him and turned and fumbled the ball.
So, folks, in Watertown, this one not even close to being over yet. Watertown will get the ball to start. Scott with the return, and boy, it takes 3 or 4 scoopers to bring him down. But you know, guys, that's what the Watertown Arrows are going to need from their big fullback here in the second half. They got to get him going.
They got to get him going. Which, almost forgot, Friday Funnies on
a Thursday. Okay, we'll work those in. Do you have a good one?
I have a good one.
You have a good one.
Are you ready?
Go for it.
I went to a wedding last weekend. 2 radio antenna got married. Terrible ceremony, but great reception. Hey-o. Terry Anderson, that one's for you.
That one's for you, Terry Anderson, who's vacationing in Mexico. All right, here we go. Under center goes Pitkin. Let's see if Watertown maybe changes things up here in this second half. And we have flags flying, and they're going to shut this one down. We may have...
Yeah, illegal motion. They had 2-minute motion, which you can do, but one has to be set at the snap.
Gotcha. So the illegal motion will push Watertown back 5. Greg, you talked about this at the half. Watertown got to control those penalties, too. They had really hurt them in this first half.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty simple. Keep the laundry off the field, you know what I mean? But those will kill you. 10 yards hard enough to get anyway. You don't want to have to get 15 or 20.
So it'll be first down and 15. They'll push the ball back to the 28-yard line for the Arrows. Pitkin again will go under center. Scott will line up in the backfield behind him. And he'll take the snap pitch to big number 22, who's actually a different number. No work this one right side, and a great gain here. And with the ball at that time, number 22, that's Braden Kleinsaucer, the senior tight end. And Kleinsaucer will get the penalty yards back and add on an extra one. So it'll be second down and 9. They'll spot it at the 34.
You know, with Sturgis Cooper linebackers keying on Scott, you're almost going to have to go to another back to get some yardage.
And they went to Kleinsaucer that time. Now Pitkin will come under center again. Well, they are changing things up here just a little bit. Now he's going to roll out. Quick throw. That is caught at the 35-yard line. Still on his feet, and he works his way forward to get to about the 31. He'll be short of the first down here. That pass was caught by number 11, Hunter Peterson. Peterson gets it to the 31-yard line. So a big third down coming for the Arrows. Third down and 7.
I like Peterson. That's a big target.
He is a big target, yep.
He's a big athletic kid, and that's the kind you like to do, those little short routes and see what he can do.
Watertown was very good on third downs in the first half. They converted all but one. Looking to throw this one up the field, and that is caught at midfield out of the 45, out of the 40, and again, there's big number 11, Hunter Peterson, for the first down for the Arrows.
Nice job by Pitkin. He was going to try to throw it right, saw the man was covered, and came back to his tight end. That's good quarterback play.
Pitkin with great eyes down the field. They'll spot the ball at the 36-yard line, and Watertown again converts on a big third down. Now Scott comes back in. He'll line up out of the shotgun formation. He's right behind Pitkin. 2 wide receivers to the right side. Pitkin puts Peterson in motion, left to right. Pitkin's going to keep it. Shakes one tackle, but not the next one, and down he goes. Huge stop for the Scoopers.
It was good pursuit.
Not sure if that was a busted play, but nowhere for Pitkin to go, and he loses yardage. All the way back to the 39-yard line.
Well, we talked about this earlier. Those Sturgis linebackers are able to come down on the ball so quickly.
Yeah.
It really is impressive.
Second down and 12, loss of 2. Now the line Pitkin up on the left side, and flags fly. So Caden Himmerich had come in, the backup quarterback. They line Pitkin up on the left side, but this is going to be a penalty on the Arrows.
And Caden took a little step forward there before that ball was snapped, and I think they got him for that false start.
Yep. I'll push him all the way back now to the 43. So now you've got second down and 17.
And like you said, Greg, penalties will kill a drive like this. Watertown's got a nice drive going, and now they get 2 penalties. That's really going to hurt.
Pitkin will come out of shotgun formation. Looking to take the snap and does. Drops back. Looking to throw, and he's going to throw this one deep down the sideline and incomplete. Great coverage down there. A pass was intended for Kessler Swenson.
Seth Burton with great defensive play there, making a run on the ball, got his hand up in the way. That was excellent work.
In fact, almost got picked off by the safety when the ball popped up.
Yep.
After Burton knocked it up.
So 3rd down and 17, ball at the 43-yard line. So this is going to be a tough 3rd down, but for Watertown, if you get maybe 3/4 of this back, they might go for it here in Sturgis Cooper territory. So Pitkin will come out of shotgun formation. Now they'll put all 4 of their men in motion. They'll line them up a little differently here. They're grouped up on the far left side. And Pitkin lets this one go. He's got a man down there, and it's caught at the 5-yard line. 1st and 10. It'll be 1st and goal, actually. And I think that was Swenson who hauled it in. What a catch. Wow.
And I'll tell you what, if he hadn't had to wait on the ball a little bit, he would have been in the end zone.
Yes, he would have been. It'll be 1st and goal, Watertown Arrows, and they convert big time on 3rd down and 17. Incredible catch by Swenson. So Watertown at the 5, tried to put this one in the end zone. An extra point would tie it up if they can score. Pitkin under center. Takes the snap, hands this one off. Scott follows his blockers, pushing his way forward. Almost there. He's going to be down about the 1. It'll be 2nd down and goal from the 1-yard line.
Got about 3 on that play. Coming out of half, we were talking about Pitkin being 2 for 6 for 17 yards. Out of half, he's completed 3 in a row. He's now got 91 total. So, that passing game is a real threat. They didn't go to it very much in the first half, but
I anticipate give it to the big guy on this play.
Yep. Scott, you're right, gets the call, and he goes in. Touchdown, Watertown. Scott from 1 yard out. Yeah, he's hard to stop. And he had a full speed of momentum going his way. And the Watertown Arrows convert on a 3rd down and 17. They punch it in the end zone with 8:06 remaining in the 3rd quarter. They're an extra point away from tying this one up. 14-13, extra point pending. Here's the snap. That kick is up, and it is good. And we are tied at Whittle Field. Sturgis 14, Watertown 14.
And the Scoops had him backed up a couple of times on 3rd down there. If you're Watertown, that's exactly what you needed, though. Coming out of half, you had to make a run at it there, and
Yeah, Watertown really needed that drive, Greg.
They did.
To come down, score a point. Now they've tied it up. It's a whole different ball game now.
Yep. Okay, off the scoreboard, powered by Legendary Electric. Huron leads Brookings in the 3rd quarter, 7-0. There's 4 minutes left in the 3rd. It's over in Yankton. The number 1 seed Bucks hold on, but boy, it was tough. 12-7 is the final. So Yankton will await the winner of this game. Whoever wins this game will go to Yankton next week. The winner of that game goes to the Dakota Dome.
Well, we've talked about this year, Gary, in this AA football, it's been a dogfight all season.
It has been a dogfight, yep.
You saw that number 1 Yankton beating number 8 Spearfish by a touchdown.
By
6
only
points.
a touchdown, not even a touchdown, yeah. 12-7. Spearfish had a very good season. Here's the kick by the Arrows. Returnable from the 5, 10, 15, 20. Royer to the 25. Nope, not quite there. About there. And that's where the Scoopers will start. A little pushing and shoving out there. Playoff emotions here between these two teams. So Wayne was telling us, Coach, at halftime, this is the first time Watertown has played on grass this year. They have played on artificial the whole season until tonight. They come to Sturgis and on this natural grass.
And, of course, we talked to the crew that keeps this field up, and they cut the grass at a 45-degree angle just to kind of slow down Watertown. At least that's the theory.
Kano out of shotgun formation in a tie ball game here in the third quarter. Hand this one off. Trying to follow his blockers. Good run. Pickup of about 3 and then push back. Peter Pye gets to about the 30. Let's see if they touch that 30-yard line with it. He does. Get him to the 30-yard line. Gain of 5. It'll be second down and 5. And if you're Watertown's defense here, this is a good check on your defense here to start. This is the first possession by the Scoopers in the third quarter. Oh, and they just got Watertown to jump again, and the flags fly, and again, the Watertown Arrows are off sides.
Landon Lewis that time was coming across, and I think the hard count, the Aaron Rodgers hard count, seems to be working for the Sturgis Scoopers.
It's for some reason, Watertown has just missed timing it tonight. That's their third or fourth, Greg, I think, that they've had tonight.
Yeah.
With Watertown jumping off sides.
Yeah, that hard counts. And again, this just kind of speaks to playoff football, right? Everybody's a little amped up, and that hard count, it's hard to hold still till that ball snapped.
Ball to 35. Kano takes the snap on first down and 10. He's going to get chased out of the pocket. He's going to have to throw this one away. And he was aware he was out of the pocket, so he just throws that one away.
And that
no harm, no foul.
That was good work. He didn't have any options there. He just had to.
Yeah, big number 74, Connor Christensen, coming down on him, and he just got to get out of the pocket, throw it out of the way, because last year they changed the rule that if the quarterback is outside the tackle box, he can throw the ball away, and it's not intentional grounding.
So it'll be second down and 10. Ball at the 35-yard line. Kano out of the shotgun. Lines up all 3 of his wide receivers to the left side. Here comes Watertown. They're going to bring the house, and they got Kano, and he gets away. No, down he goes at the 30. So that time, Watertown with the blitz, and they get to Kano.
That number 9, Caden Decker, that time just came flying through.
Boy, oh boy. Now I can hear the Watertown fans on that one. That was a great call, defensive call from the sidelines for the Arrows to bring that blitz. And they get Kano in the backfield, down at the 31. Third down and a long 14 here for Sturgis. Kano will come out of shotgun formation, 3 wide receivers. Now he's going to send Peter Pye to the right. Pye is open, and they throw it inside, and we have a flag down, guys, and this is probably holding, and Watertown will decline it.
Yeah, they're trying to set up a screen that time, and Watertown just came flying through there, and I think one of the offensive linemen for Sturgis held.
And on the defensive side, that the defensive lineman, and again, forgive me, I didn't see which one it was, but he was held up in the line. Sturgis had a good block on him, but instead of trying to get back to the quarterback, he had his eyes up, and when that pass come through, he got his hands up and blocked that and tipped it down. So it's exactly what you want from your D lineman.
Holding call is declined by the Arrows, so it's 4th down and 13, and Sturgis will have to punt it away. So good defense for the Watertown Arrows. It's a short punt, and it's going to take a little bit of a Sturgis bounce, and it'll roll to about the 46-yard line. So Watertown will get it for the second time tonight in a tie game, 14-14. Tomorrow night's Halloween, gentlemen. Please tell me you are not going to be rude to the trick-or-treaters.
I will not be rude to the trick-or-treaters.
All right. Because I know where you live.
I know you. Well, I'm hoping, with the cost of everything going up, if they TV my trees, I can recycle.
I would be. Got a hole during the kick. On Watertown, boy, another costly penalty for the Arrows. So instead of getting this ball at midfield, they're going to push it back to their own 40.
But if you're the Watertown Arrows, this is exactly how you want the second half to start. Get a good drive, get a touchdown, your defense makes a stand, and now you got the ball back.
So it looks like the Winter Arrows take a 12-6 lead over Clark Willow Lake in the third quarter. Playoff action there.
Winter Warriors.
Winter Warriors.
They know how to play football.
Yes, they do. Very rich, traditional football dynasty down there. Okay, Watertown will be under center with Pitkin. Pitkin's going to hand this one off. Scott has a huge hole, and down he goes about the 45-yard line. And now the Arrows are able to get their big running back some running room here. He picks up 7 yards on the carry to the 45.
And what's nice about that, really opens up your playbook.
Indeed.
You can do a lot of things on second and 3.
See if Pitkin comes under center again. He will. Scott lines up in the backfield. He'll line up a wide receiver to the right, one to the left. Now 2 in the backfield under center. Pitkin hands this one off. Scott's got the first down and more. He crosses midfield. And the ball comes out. I think Watertown jumped on it. Wow, that was close.
Whoa. That was so close.
Boy, oh boy. Watertown gets it back. They'll have a 1st and 10. Ball just inside Scooper territory at the 49-yard line.
Looked like number 11, Hunter Peterson, was there to fall on the ball. Lucky
boy. Right where you were needed to be for that one. They'll actually move it up ahead of the 48-yard line. 1st and 10, Watertown. I formation here for Watertown Arrows. We don't see that very often in today's high school football. Scott gets the carry again. Scott gets away from one tackle, still on his feet, gets away from another tackle. He's got a 1st down and more. He crosses the 35, and he gets to about the 33-yard line. Another 1st down for the Watertown Arrows.
We talked about earlier about how Watertown was missing tackles. That time the Sturgis Scoopers, about 4 players missed the tackle on that one.
Mm-hmm. Spotted at the 33-yard line. It'll be 1st down and 10. 4:54 left to play here in the 3rd quarter. In a tie ball game, if you're just joining us, 14-14. All right, Pitkin will come out of shotgun formation here. Looks like Kleinsaucer is in. He'll line up right next door. And he'll take this. Nope, I think that's Scott again, number 20. He crosses the 30 to the 29. And a big 2nd down coming.
Getting that running game going for Watertown.
And you know the old coaching philosophy, you do it until the defense stops you.
Yep. And we know
out of 7.
And we know they have weapons through the air, right? So you can't creep up too much. We just got to get those holes closed off. The Scoopers did a really good job of that in the first half, stringing out plays and closing up the middle. Not too successful with that so far early in the 3rd quarter.
Watch Peterson here, guys. They're going to line him up on the wide receivers. 2 to the left, he's to the right. They're going to give it to Scott, though. Scott right up the middle. Got a flag coming in. That's usually a hold. We'll see if this one's coming back. Now, right at the moment, Scott is about a yard shy of the 1st down, but I think this is coming back. Yep, another hold on the Arrows.
Anytime you see the laundry right where the hole is, where the running back's going, that generally means there's a holding call somewhere.
That'll push them back 10. So that was about the 30. It'll push them back to about the 40, it looks like. See where they found the hold here. Yep, now it'll push them all the way back to the 39-yard line. It'll stay 2nd down, but clock down to 3.5. About 3.5 left to play here in this 3rd quarter in a tie ball game, 14-14. Ball at the 39, 2nd down and long. Pitkin out of the gun. Looking to throw. He's going to get chased out of the pocket. And, we have some contact down the field. No flag yet. Here it is. This is going to be defensive PI, I think, on the Scoopers. They knocked down the receiver out there. That was number 3. That is Keslar Swenson.
Well, let's see, guys, because Pitkin became a running back at that point.
I think it happened before.
They're waving it off.
They're going to wave it off.
Yep.
Okay, Coach, you're right.
Yeah, because he came across line of scrimmage. After that, the collision happened. He's no longer a throwing quarterback. He's a running back.
So they pick up the defensive pass interference call. And this is going to be a 3rd down and 10. And Watertown has been very good on 3rd downs here. They are perfect in the 3rd quarter on 3rd down conversions. And this is a big one for the Arrows. It is 3rd down and about 10. About 11, actually. Pitkin out of shotgun formation here. Scooper crowd gets loud. Pitkin looking to throw. He's going to get chased out of the pocket. He's rolling to his right. He's going to throw it. Intercepted. Picked up the 15-yard line. Down the left sideline. Still on the move. And he's still going. Trying to get away from a tackle. And he finally gets brought down. But not till he gets to Watertown Arrow territory.
Oh, that was huge. Wow. Watertown had all that momentum.
Yes,
all
they
that momentum.
did.
They're just moving the ball, chiseling away.
Well, and whenever you have a quarterback roll to the right and try to hit a receiver, you've got a very small window to throw that ball. And that time, fortunately for the Scoopers, the defensive back was in that window.
So the Scoopers get the ball back, and they'll be in Watertown Arrow territory on the pick. So Scoopers will set up shop here at the 37-yard line of the Arrows. At 2:56 to play here in this third quarter. Kano will come out of shotgun formation. Ready to take the snap.
Right now, Watertown's in cover 0. They don't have anyone back deep.
Nobody.
Got
a delay of game. Yeah, that's going to push the Scoopers back 5.
You know, you don't want that coming after a turnover.
Yeah, you want to keep that momentum going. Yep.
And that delay of game call happens all the time after a big play like that.
It kind of does. You got kids celebrating. Yep.
And you got coaches yelling, "No, we have to hike the ball. Quit celebrating." I've had that happen a couple times.
Yep. Pretty easy to do.
Push back to the 42-yard line now. First down and 15 for the Scoops. Arrows were threatening a bit of a blitz there. They'll hand this one off. And crossing the 40-yard line, the Scoopers will get some positive yards out of it. Get some of those penalty yards back. They'll spot it at about the 38, it looks like. Kano will come out of shotgun formation again here. It is 2nd down and 11. Late in the third quarter. Kano looks to the sideline. 3 wide receivers to his right, 1 to his left. Takes the snap. He's looking to throw. He'll throw that one down the field, and he had a man there. And Scoopers wanted a pass interference call. They're not going to get it.
No.
They're going to say the receiver got held up by the Watertown defender, but no flags.
And it was a good call because Watertown was in a cover 0. That means there's no safeties deep. It's just good old backyard football. You've got him, you got him. And they played it very well.
Pass was intended for Ethan Graff, number 2. Now you got 3rd down and 11. Kano will come out of shotgun formation. Gage West lines up in the backfield as a tight end. They'll throw that one. That's caught by West as West went out and caught that one. And West is right at the sticks. He's got a first down. Scoopers will keep this moving. And they convert on a 3rd down and 11. Good catch by West. Now they lined him up in the backfield there, and he just went right up the middle, and he was wide open. Watertown didn't have a man on him. Ball at the 24-yard line. Kano out of the gun. 2 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Hands this one off to West. West tries to go right up the middle, and Watertown will bring him down. He does get some positive yards.
Zoll?
I think it was Gage, 14, wasn't it?
It kind of looks like that.
Yep. Gain of 2, 2nd down and 8 coming up. Okay, now they're going to line Gage up right side. Along with Royer. Royer is there. Ethan Graff is there. Kano coming out of the shotgun. He's got Zoll going to his left. And, they sling Kano down behind the line of scrimmage. So Watertown gets to him on that one.
Well, we've said his name several times tonight. Caden Decker again comes up, makes a big defensive stop on Caden.
So another 3rd down coming up. Yep.
In the first half, I think the Scoopers are doing a good job breaking those initial arm tackles, and Watertown's doing a really nice job at picking those up in this third quarter here.
third down and a long 12 for the Scoopers here late in the third quarter. Kano looking to throw. He throws, and that is caught. And that's going to be short of the first down. But I'm sure the Scoopers are going to go for it here. Cole Litson with the catch. They bring him down at about the 16, maybe 17-yard line. It'll be fourth down for the Scoops. And they will go for it, but they will not have to snap this before the end of the third quarter if they do not want to.
I think they're going to wait and talk about it.
They're going to take this into the fourth quarter, so they're going to have a big fourth down and about 3 coming up to try and keep this drive going.
So if you kicked it right now, it'd be about 25-yard field goal.
And that is an option here if you want to try to field goal and put the points on the board. We'll see what the Scoopers do, guys. It's a big one here in Sturgis. We're tied at 14 after 3, and we're back in 30. This is Class 11 AA football playoff action on the Big 81, KBHB in Sturgis, as well as KWAT in Watertown and Live Ticket TV.
Your customers love your business, but you need more of them. That's where we come in. We work with great brands, connecting them to the right audience using video, website development, digital, and audio. All tied together with intelligent media placement to get as many people to your front door as possible. You concentrate on running your business while we concentrate on growing your business. Elevate your brand with us, the Home Slice Group.
We'll find out in 12 minutes here who's going to Yankton to take on the Bucks next week, either the Watertown Arrows or the Sturgis Scoopers. We are tied at 14. Starting the fourth quarter, it is a 4th and 3 for the Scoops at about the 17. They're going to go for it.
Watertown taking a timeout there.
That's what it looks like. Zoe Irian, they were going to line him up on the far left side. So Watertown, I think, kind of wanted to see what the Scoopers were planning here.
Want to see what the formation was. A little bit of a chess game going on right now. You know, we were at halftime watching the Watertown kicker, number 35. He can kick a 40, 45-yarder with no problem.
Yeah, I mean, before the game, I think he was lining up at about a 40-yard field goals, and he had easy 5-10 yards to spare. So I mean, that kid can kick.
And I'll probably massacre his name. I apologize.
I think it's Schlott. I think it's Schlott. Yep.
He was impressive with his leg. He's got the leg. Talking to some of the coaches for Sturgis, the earlier field goal by Isaac Smith was missed. There was part of the ball over the end zone, or the goalpost.
Okay.
If any part of the ball goes over the tip of the end zone, goalpost, it's no good.
Okay.
Sure look close from up here, but it's hard to see.
Yep. 4th and 3. Here we go. Scoopers got to convert here, and Kano's going to try and run for it. I don't think he got there. Boy, and he took a shot over on that far right side, and he did not get it. And the Watertown Arrows are going to take over. Don't know if that was design play, guy. I'm not sure if that's what Coach Koletsky wanted.
I don't think it was. I think it was designed as a pass play, but give Watertown credit. They had good coverage on the receivers, so Jackson Kano's going to try to make something out of something, and it just didn't work.
Yeah. And he took a shot over there. I kind of wonder if it wasn't helmet to helmet, but I never did see a yellow flag come out. So the Arrows take over on a huge stop for Watertown. Pitkin will come under center. His big running back in the backfield, Scott, right behind him. Pitkin puts a man in motion. Takes the ball, hands that one off to Scott. Scott trying to find some running room. Scoopers bring him down. He'll get about 2 very hard-earned yards on that carry. Tie game here at Woodle Field, 14-14. The Yankton Bucks await the winner of this one in the second round of the playoffs.
I'll tell you what, whoever wins this game, both these teams deserve credit. They have been going at it tonight, hitting hard. Nobody's quitting.
Hard fought.
We knew this was going to be a close one tonight between these two teams. Pitkin under center for Watertown. Looking to take the snap. Pitch out in the backfield. Scott, very patient. He's going to run it to the right side, and he's got some running room down the sideline. He's got a first down and more as he's forced out of bounds at the 41-yard line. Good run, good patience by Scott.
The right guard for Watertown might have got away with one. He had his arm hooked around the linebacker who was chasing him. Probably would have been a holding, but it was away from the play, so it's not like it's a huge deal.
So the ball at the 41-yard line, 1st and 10, Watertown. Now they're starting to get some momentum and some forward progress from Scott, who had a very poor second quarter. Scoopers just had his number. Again, a pitch to Scott. This time he goes to the left side, bounces off one tackle. He's at midfield, trying to push his way into Scooper territory, and he does, and he's got another first down for the Arrows. And Scott will be marked down at about the 47-yard line.
Well, you can see the strategy of the Watertown Arrows. Let's just run the ball.
Yep.
We're at 10:56, game's tied. We're going to burn up some clock and see if we can get within field goal range or score a touchdown.
Well, and that's abusive on a defensive line, right?
It sure is.
Just pounding it right at them nonstop.
And you know, Watertown has some size on the Sturgis line.
Pitkin will come under center. That seemed to work well for him here in the second half, rather than having him out of the shotgun formation. Scott will get the handoff, and right into that Scooper line. He'll get to the 45, maybe the 44. And he'll give him maybe 3 or 4 yards on the carry. See where they spot it. And they're going to spot him at the 44. So 2nd down and 7 coming up. Arrows just inside Sturgis Cooper territory. Scott lines up in the backfield again behind Pitkin. I formation. Pitkin fakes the handoff to him. He's going to roll to his right. And great coverage downfield. He'll just sling a little pass play ahead to big number 8, and that's Hansen. And Hansen is right at the line to gain, and I think he's got the first down.
That was a good job.
Wow.
Looking like Pitkin had nowhere to go, and he just leaked out to give him an option. And
found Hansen right there. Hansen stayed within range. Yeah, Pitkin was looking deep, but great coverage by the Scoopers downfield. Hansen was right there, though, so just dumped it off.
And lots of times when you have the quarterback rolling out like that, your coverage starts to break down, and you have these guys, number 8, coming in. He's only about 10 yards away from the quarterback, getting the ball and making extra yardage.
Now Pitkin will come out of shotgun formation on 1st and 10. And a delayed handoff to Scott. No, that's actually 25 this time, guys. That is Landon Lewis with the carry.
Another 10-yard gain, that one for Lewis.
Lewis gets to the 25-yard line, another first down, and the Arrows now just outside the red zone. And they'll wind the clock. And like his head coach, Watertown burning some time off the clock here in the 4th quarter on this drive.
This is a very good drive for the Watertown Arrows. They're burning clock. They're getting first downs. That's the way you do it.
Now Scott comes back in. He'll line up behind Pitkin. Pitkin stands at the 30-yard line out of the shotgun. And he's going to pitch it to Scott. Scott down the right sideline and tiptoes that sideline. And he gets pushed out of bounds, but he's going to pick up a good 4 or 5 yards on it. And he's right outside the red zone, I think, at the 20. Just outside the 20-yard line.
Well within the field goal range of the Watertown kicker.
Mm-hmm. So, you know, they're thinking 6 here. Watertown knows Sturgis is very dangerous, and
they want to get 6 and take their time.
Exactly.
About 6.
Yep. That's what they're hoping here. Pitkin will come under center. They put Hansen in motion. Hansen lines up in the backfield with Scott. Scott gets the carry. Doubles it inside, and fumble. And he fumbled the football. Yep. And I think the Scoopers have it, and that's the second fumble tonight on Scott. Another promising drive for the Arrows, and it ends up in a turnover.
Wow. You know,
incredible.
You never know what you never know. And wow. Arrows had everything going
Boy,
for them.
they sure
had
did.
a good drive going. And turnovers, gentlemen, will kill you.
Game of momentum, too.
Wow.
And Watertown had it all right there. They were taking time off the clock and just running it down Sturgis' throat. And
that was textbook offense.
That was great.
That's the way you write
it was great work, but man.
Second fumble tonight for Scott. Scoopers have it back. See what they can do with it here, and they'll keep it on the ground. The ball comes out again. Another fumble, and I think Watertown's got it. Are you kidding me? Waiting for the call. Watertown has it. Are you
what
kidding
did you just
me?
say about fumbles?
So a pair of turnovers, one by each team, and the Watertown Arrows get it back. Well, that's playoff football for you, boys.
Well, you know, that's why the ball's not round, it's oblong.
That's right. Holy cow. So Watertown gets it back, alternating turnovers.
There's a pile of bodies down there. I didn't even see who was carrying that ball.
I couldn't even say who had it. No. The ball popped loose from the running back, made a whole bunch of players falling on it.
So the Arrows get it back. Pitkin will come out of shotgun formation here. He'll line up Scott to his right, Hanson to his right. Excuse me, Scott to his left, Hanson to his right. Looks like somebody may have called a timeout. Watertown was thinking they were going to get a delay of game, so they're going to burn a timeout. This is their second one, I think. Yep. They'll have one left.
Well, you know, at a tied ball game, and we talked about this, I know your kids are excited, you've got a turnover, but you got to pay attention what's going on here.
Yeah.
And, you know, Sturgis got a penalty for delay of game. Watertown had to use a timeout to avoid the penalty, and you just can't have that coming off a turnover.
It's so easy to do, and just it's kind of inexcusable, especially in a playoff game where it's tied. You know, I mean, you gotta want this win, and when you just kind of lose a little bit of focus almost when you're.
So Pierre has beaten T. That's a final, 41-7. Huron leads Brookings 7-0, guys. Under a minute left to play. Brookings is driving. So that one's not quite over yet either, and Brookings could end up tying that one. If they do, they'll send it to overtime. Pitkin will come out of shotgun formation. And he's looking to throw. Great coverage down the field, though. Pitkin's down he goes. Yep. Sacked at the about the 30-yard line.
Boy, that's like a 11-yard
20-yard gain loss on that one, yeah.
Maybe more,
Try to get the number on that, Gary.
Yeah, Pitkin just had nobody downfield, and he probably should have thrown that one away.
I think that's kind of similar to what
Jackson Kano had earlier.
Yeah, Kano had. I don't think he saw him.
Second down and 21. Pitkin, he's going to keep this one, and he's got a huge hole following his blockers, and he's going to get some of those yards back. All the way to the 21-yard line. Good run by Pitkin. And he just had a couple of huge blockers there to follow. And no flags. So it's going to be third down and about 13. Well, you know, Watertown will probably go for it here, or they could try the field goal.
Yeah, they got that good kicker.
Yep. Let's see if they might get some more yards, enough for a field goal.
Watch out for Hunter Peterson on this play.
Yep. There's the snap. Looking. They're going to throw this one to the end zone and knocked down. We're going to have pass interference. Yep. A flag is down in the end zone.
Well, now remember in high school,
it's still just 15. Yep.
Yeah, it's just 15-yard penalty.
Correct.
Not at the 1 yard line.
Not at the 1 yard line like it is in the pros. But I think this is going to be defensive pass interference on the Scoopers.
Yeah, I think number 11, he's going for Hunter Peterson, and we'll see what happens here.
It'll be Litzen who will get the penalty. Yep.
And that's a killer because you got him third and forever.
Still haven't gotten the call yet. Here it comes. Pass interference is the indication.
Yeah, it looks like it's being marched off against the Scoopers.
Yeah. So defensive PI will give Watertown 15 yards, and it should give them enough for the first down. Let's see what they get when they.
It'll be third.
It will not be a first down. It'll be third down.
Of course, the Scooper fans don't like it.
No. So it'll be 3rd and 3 after they take the penalty yards off. Pitkin will come out of the shotgun formation here. Takes a snap. Hands this one off. Changes directions. He's got the first down and more to get knocked out of bounds. He's inside the 5-yard line. And Watertown will have a first down and goal. Boy, great patience by Scott, you guys.
Nice little counter play ran there.
Did we just get a flag?
Now what's going on?
Now we have extracurricular. I just seen a flag go flying over there.
With a 14-14 ball game and 6 minutes left.
I was going to pick it up, so no flag. Oh yeah, there was a sideline warning on the Watertown Arrows.
And what a sideline warning means, you got to stay back out of the box so the referees can run up and down the sidelines.
All right, first and goal at the 4-yard line. Pitkin takes the snap, hands it off. Scott got some moving room, hits that defense, and then tries to fall into the end zone, and he's there. Touchdown, Scott.
That was a tough run.
Wow, that was a very tough run. And Watertown takes the lead with 6:47 remaining.
He got drilled there behind the line and kind of kept those legs pumping, fell forward, and was enough.
Right into the end zone, yep. So 20-14 in favor of the Arrows. They'll kick the extra point, try to make this a 7-point lead. Snap is good, hold is good, kick is good. It's Watertown 21, Sturgis 14, 6:47 remaining. We'll get 30 seconds in here and then the kickoff. This is South Dakota Class 11 AA playoff action on KBHB, Live Ticket TV, and KWAT in Watertown.
Fentanyl is a powerful synthetic opioid, up to 100 times stronger than morphine. Even a tiny amount can be deadly. It's often mixed with other drugs without your knowledge, increasing your risk of overdose. Protect yourself and your loved ones and avoid unknown substances. Stay informed, stay safe, and remember, one pill can kill. For more information on fentanyl prevention, visit your local health resource or speak to a healthcare professional today. This message was brought to you by the Great Plains Tribal Opioid Response, so that the people may live.
Nearest you. Learn more at painandmovementsolutions.com.
I'm tight end Gage West, and you're listening to Sturgis Scooper Football on the Big 81.
Back at Whittle Field, here is the kick. Returnable. Scoopers will return it from the 10, 15, 20, 25. Royer. And he cannot shake that next tackle by the Watertown Arrows. And the Scoopers will have just a little more than 6.5. We have a player down on the far side, it looks like. I think it's a Scooper player, and it might be the kick returner.
Oh, I think that...
Or is it a Watertown Arrow down? It's a Watertown Arrow down. Yep, okay.
That's good.
All right, so they will set the Sturgis Scoopers up here.
Well, we don't need to say how important this drive is. With 6:41 in the game, you're down by a touchdown. You've got to move the ball.
Ball at the 27-yard line. And, you know, guys, Watertown's defense has really picked it up here in the second half.
Yes,
Scoopers have struggled a little bit. Kano out of shotgun formation, ready to take the snap. 3 wide receivers to his left. Fakes it to Irian. Kano's going to keep it. Kano's got a pretty good run going here, and a flag comes in late. Kano's right at the marker for a first down, but we'll check the flag.
It came from the secondary.
Yeah, not sure where this one's going to go.
It can't be pass interference. You have the
it's holding on the Scoops. Well, that'll nullify that 10-yard run by Kano.
We were talking about the Scoopers at halftime having a clean clean half with no penalties. They got 4 of them right now.
That was a costly one, too.
It is. Yep, that'll nullify that 10-yard run by Kano. So it'll be first down again for the Scoop, but it'll be first down and 10. Kano out of the shotgun. Oh, they got Watertown to jump. No, got back off. Yep, no flags flying. Scooper's going to have to snap this, though. Now they do. Kano throws it left side, intended for Graff. Way out in front of him, though. No chance for Graff to get to that one.
Kano had a lot of pressure. He had a couple hands in his face trying to get rid of the ball.
So second down and 10.
And we kind of got away from those quick short passes. Now he's holding on to the ball a little bit longer. We're looking for some deeper stuff, and it's allowing Watertown to get back to him a little bit more and put some pressure on him.
Kano will come out of shotgun formation again. Irian in the backfield. Dropping back. Oh, here comes Watertown, and that's caught in the middle of the field by West, and we have a flag down at the 30.
I would guess it's going to be ineligible downfield.
Yeah, that's going to be my guess, too, yeah.
Right now, the Scoopers are kind of shooting themselves in the foot.
Yeah. We'll see what the call is here. West had gotten us out to the 35. A couple of yards shy of the first down at the time. Let's see what Watertown decides to do. Well, you figure they'd take it if it's on Watertown, or if it's on Sturgis, but referees are going to discuss this one.
Do a little negotiation here, maybe look at some law books, maybe do some research.
Hey, you're right, though. Kano dumped that one off that ineligible downfield. Kano had a Watertown player right in his face when he let that one go. So the ineligible player downfield will push the Scoopers back.
One more 5-yard penalty.
And the Sturgis crowd disagrees with the referee, respectfully.
Respectfully. Very.
But it was a good call. They had a couple linemen downfield.
Back to the 23. It'll be second and 14. Kano out of the shotgun, Irian in the backfield. Kano, he's going to keep it again and get away from one tackle. Got some running room, and he got away from another tackle. And then he's on his feet and more. And Kano may take this all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Sturgis. Are you kidding me?
He was tackled 3 times on
75.
No flags.
No flags.
That's a 75-yard run by Kano.
Kano with a 75-yard touchdown run. Wow. Something broke down on Watertown's defense there. I'm not sure what, but
I tell you what, they had him 3. You said it. They had him 3 times. He just kept breaking tackles.
Couldn't get him down,
and then won the foot race at the end.
So now young Isaac Smith
get another shot out of here.
All 100 pounds of him has got to try to make the extra point.
Let's do
21-20, extra point away from tying this one up again. And the Scooper crowd is quiet.
And it is.
This one is
very got it. That's good for him. I tell you what, that's kickers. That's a little bit of a head game, right? You miss 2 of them, and you start wondering. And that good rebound there, right?
It's kind of like golf.
Well, I don't really hit any good shots in golf, so I don't really know.
I don't either.
Good work. Oh man!
All right, so Kano. A 75-yard run down the field, and he's tied this one up. It's 21-21. 5 minutes, 30 seconds remaining here in this playoff game. We're going to be the last one to finish up here in the 11AA playoffs. And Huron ends up beating Brookings 7-2, guys, a baseball score. So Brookings ended up getting a safety in that one. But Huron's holds on to win. So Huron will go to Pierre next week, as number 2 will host number 3. Yankton beat Spearfish tonight 12-7, and they will host the winner of this game.
Do you get the feeling, gentlemen, that it's going to come down to a turnover, or a fumble, interception, whatever it is?
Yeah.
And that's going to make the difference.
Well, Watertown, they've got the running game going here, and they're hoping to use it and score and not leave Sturgis much time.
Absolutely.
Watertown will return this out to about the 30-yard line on the kickoff. It'll be 1st and 10 Arrows. 5 minutes, 24 seconds, so Watertown has plenty of time.
I think you're going to see a lot of number 20 Lincoln Scott on this
I think so, too. And if you can get him going and get him to make first downs here and run some time off the clock, Watertown would love to make that happen. But the Scoopers, we'll see if they can shut him down here. They did a pretty good job of that back in the first half. Pitkin will come under center for the Arrows. Ready to take the snap. Pitch to Scott. Scott following his blockers. Now he takes off, crosses the 25, 35, gets to the 40, and he's close to the first down. And boy, that's just great patience.
Gosh, he's patient, yeah.
By Scott.
Yes, good running by Lincoln Scott. He just got behind his blockers,
he did.
wait for it, and then when he got to the outside, away he went.
Looks like he's about an inch shy, yep. He's second in inches. Not going to give him the first down. Now they're going to look at it again. Let's see.
I'm going to think about it.
Oh, boy. The ball's we don't have that imaginary yellow line here, so.
No, and we don't have the new automatic.
We don't have the new automatic.
They're going to give him the first.
Yeah. They're going to give him the first down. First down, Watertown. For a second, they had second and inches. Now they're going to call it first down. So ball sitting at the 41-yard line on the hash mark, the near hash mark to us here. Pitkin under center. Hansen in the backfield along with Scott. Pitch to Scott. Scott looking for some running room, and he got away from the tackle. Still on his feet. Midfield gets into Sturgis Scooper territory. Guys, the Scoopers should have had him down there way back behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, they had about 4 guys on behind the stage. Give Lincoln Scott a credit. He just kept his feet moving, but the tackling tonight on both sides has really been questionable.
Yeah. All the way to the 45-yard line of the Sturgis Scoopers. Boy, Scott kept it going. He did what Kano did, just kept on going.
I don't even know how he got out of that.
I don't either.
Surrounded.
He was completely surrounded. All of a sudden, he popped out of there.
That was great work by him.
Yeah, line him up in the backfield here. Pitkin will come under center. He'll hand this one off. Scott again, right up the middle. Scoopers trying to pull that ball away from him. He's got 2 fumbles tonight. And he'll get it to about the 41-yard line.
Scooper said they have the ball, but the white hat says no.
Clock ticking away here, guys. 4:18.
Wow.
And they put Scott to work in this second half.
Yes.
I'll tell you what, he's piling up yards right now.
He's headed to the sideline here. He's probably going to get a little cup of Gatorade and
need some electrolytes.
Back out there. Going to get some electrolytes in. Landon Lewis will come in for him. They'll line him up in the backfield. They're going to put Hansen here in the tight end. 1 wide receiver left side, 1 receiver right to the left. And they will give it to Lewis. Lewis, a little bit of running room here. Turns the corner and gets forced out of bounds. And it's going to be 3rd down and short coming up for the Arrows. See where they spot him out of bounds. Well, they're going to spot him out way back there. Yep, I guess they say he went out of bounds. At about the 42-yard line. You're right.
Well, this is a big play, guys. Watertown's been very effective on 3rd down.
Yes, they have.
We'll see what happens here.
3rd down and 7.
Crowd's getting into it now.
Pitkin will be out of the shotgun formation here. Takes the snap. He's looking, and still looking. And now he's going to throw. He's got a man down there. Did he catch it?
No, out of bounds.
Did not. Incomplete.
Ooh, that was close.
Very close.
Yes. Pass was intended for number 9, Caden Decker.
Tell you what, he did a really good job trying to get that foot down. That was close.
I think though, as he brought his foot down, the other foot was out of bounds.
Yeah.
But what an effort.
It is 4th down now, guys. So you punt and try and pin Sturgis deep here, or do you go for it? Looks like Watertown may try and go for it here.
I think with the momentum Watertown's got, the way their defense is playing, you go for it.
We almost need a timeout here. We're not. There we go. We got set finally.
Quick check. No, they're going to punt it. Yep.
Roll.
And it's going to roll, still rolling all the way to about the 5-yard line. So the Arrows are going to bank on their defense, stopping the Scoopers with just 3 minutes and 28 seconds left.
So they lined up, looked like they were going to run it, and then they just kicked it out of that formation.
Little end-over-end pooch punt by the quarterback. That was
and, in doing that, you don't have anybody back there, so you hope you can pooch kick this one deep, and they did just that. So about at the 6-yard line is where they will spot it. 1st and 10 Scoopers.
And you put together a drive here if you're the Scoops. 3.5 left to play. That's 95 yards to go.
And no mistakes. Kano hands this one off. Try and send it right up the middle. And they'll get it to about the 10-yard line. Pickup of about 4 yards on the carry.
Have you ever noticed, scary when you say no mistakes? What happens?
Usually there is one.
That's right.
Irian with the carry. He gets 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 6. Clock ticking away here. Come down to 3 minutes to play.
21-21. What a game.
Kano looking to take the snap and does. And he'll keep it. He'll work it left side. He's going to get a 1st down before he's knocked out of bounds. And the Scoopers will convert.
Very nice work there. Tiptoeing the line by Kano. Got 10 yards out of the deal.
Out to the 20.
Isaac Smith is warming up on the sidelines, guys.
Going to say, he does factor into this if you can get him into field goal range. Kano looking to take the snap and does. He'll hand this one off to Irian. Irian will get hit and then push back. He'll give him a yard or 2 on the carry. See if they spot it here at the 22. Gain of a couple. 2nd down and 8 coming up for the Scoopers. Clock ticking away here down to 2:20 to play in a tie game, 21-21. Kano looks to the sideline, coming out of the shotgun. Irian lines up in the backfield with him. Kano takes the snap, looking to throw. He's going to throw this one deep. He's got a man down there. Incomplete, in and out of the hands of his intended receiver. So the incomplete pass will stop the clock on 3rd down and 8.
That was about a perfect pass.
That was right good throw by Kano.
And good coverage by Watertown on that play.
Great coverage. That's just a hard over-the-shoulder catch.
Yeah,
I mean,
it is.
They had one-on-one, no safety deep.
They had no room, though. But you're right. That defense had him covered. That was great work.
3rd down and long here for the Scoops. Kano looks towards the sidelines. They need to get to about the 31 for a 1st down. Kano takes the snap, looking. He's got a blocker. And Irian's got some blockers. He's got a 1st down. He's down the right sideline. He crosses into Watertown territory, still on his feet. And he finally is brought down just shy of the 30. And that'll be a 1st down and 10 for the Scoops.
Now remember, the clock stops when they move the chain.
Yep.
If I'm Sturgis, I've got my play called already. We're ready to go.
So they'll spot it at the 31-yard line. Huge play for the Scoopers. Irian with a huge catch and run down the field. 1:38 and counting. Kano will hand this one off. Irian tries to go forward. Nothing there. Watertown tries to strip the ball away from him. Irian will get maybe a yard. He got to the line of scrimmage. Nothing. 31 is where they'll spot it. 2nd and 10. Clock continues to tick. Watertown does have timeouts. In fact, they have all 3, I think.
I think they only have one
just
left.
one. Sturgis has all 3.
Sturgis has all 3.
Yep.
You can't take them home with you.
Kano takes the snap, and he's going to keep it. And he'll get brought down as he crosses the 30. He will get to the 27-yard line, it looks like. 28, 27.
Sturgis trying to call a timeout.
Yep.
Boy, they wasted about 10 seconds.
Yeah, they did.
I don't know why they called it so late. I think they should have been up with the umpire and right in his face.
48 seconds to play in this one in a tie ball game. Watertown 21, Sturgis 21. How big is that 75-yard touchdown from Kano?
This is enormous. And then the pass play to Zoll there for 50.
Yeah.
That's a huge deal, switching the field as time's running out.
Yeah.
You give yourself a shot here with 48 seconds left inside the 30-yard line. I mean, that's a too far for a field goal right now, but you're still in. You've got 2 timeouts left.
You've got to get the ball to about the 15-yard line, to really make it effective.
Yep, I think so.
If you're in Watertown right now, you're rooting on your defense.
Yeah, you are.
I say, guys, this is where this season comes right down to this.
Another big third down here for the Scoops. 3rd down and 6. So if you don't get a first down here, guys, do you send Isaac out there or do you try and go for it? Are you too far from here?
Right here, you're too far still.
Yeah.
That's a big kick for a professional kicker. I mean, it's a...
See what the Scoopers do here on 3rd down and 6. Kano, he's going to throw this one. Got a man down there and knocked down.
He caught that ball.
And he caught it.
The ball.
Let's see what they call.
He caught that ball.
Caught it. Gage Wisp. He caught that one after it was knocked away by the arrows.
Bobbled, and he kept his eye on the ball and brought that down to the 3-yard line. Unbelievable with 43 seconds left.
They will spot it at the 7, it looks like. 7 or 8. No, you're right. It is at the 3. Yep. 1st and goal at the 3.
Zoll, get your big running back right behind his shoulder pads and push that in.
32 seconds left. Arian goes down.
Now.
27 seconds left. Scoopers have it at the 3-yard line. They'll burn their 2nd timeout here. Amazing that West came down with that catch.
Oh, so good. So good. Keeping his concentration on that ball. I think these close games stress Terry Anderson out, and he doesn't like to be here for him, and I'm okay with it. I'm glad I got the opportunity to sit in here again on another amazing football game.
If you remember about 15 years ago, I think it was Antonio Freeman of the Packers, caught the ball off his back.
That's correct.
Picked it up, and Al Michaels could see. All he could say was, "He did what?
He did what?"
That was kind of that play right there.
That was amazing.
Gage West did what?
How he caught that, I do not know. With the Watertown defender knocking that away from him, and he was still able to come down with it. All right, 2nd down for the Scoopers and goal. The ball is at the 4-yard line, so they did lose a yard on that last carry from Arian.
Well, I think now, guys, you can throw one into the end zone. If it goes incomplete, your clock stops.
Yep.
And then run one more play.
Wildcat here.
Yep, they're going to go direct snap to Arian. I'll look towards the sideline here.
They're loaded up on the right side.
Arian awaits the snap. He'll take it. Works it front. He's got it in.
Scoopers.
Wow. Scoopers will score with 24 seconds left.
This home field magic, I'm telling you.
Oh, boy.
Wow. Well, they had it lined up as, we call it the scrum play, where you have 3 running backs ready to block on the right side, but then they went counter because Watertown shifted over to meet it, and that was a touchdown.
27-21, extra point pending.
How big is this extra point?
Yep, got to make this one so that if Watertown ends up scoring. Here's the kick, and the kick is, he got it.
Drilled it.
He got it, yep.
There you go, Isaac. Nice work.
28-21.
24 seconds. Your student body's heading down to the field, but I wouldn't go down there yet.
I know. That makes me so nervous. Going down there 24 seconds
Watertown,
left.
they have shown they can move the ball.
Well, they're explosive. Yeah. They've got explosive players on that team. That's a really, really good football team that we're playing.
Yeah. The only thing it does take away their running back.
Yeah.
Because with 24 seconds, you're not going to run the ball, probably.
Although he's valuable in there in all of these packages. I mean, you might have some trick up your sleeve involving him. We know he's fast.
Yep.
And he can break tackles. I'm sure they've got something drawn up in there that involves him.
If you're just joining us, 24 seconds left in the game. Sturgis is ahead, 28-21.
A trip to Yankton next week awaits the winner of this one.
Everybody up, it's time for Scooper kickoff.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, so now, if you're Watertown, you try anything fancy on the return here.
Almost would want to squib kick it.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Don't let them set up the return, squib kick it, make them fall on the ball. Even if they get it to 35, that's okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they got to go a long ways in a short amount of time with no timeouts.
That's what they do.
That's exactly what they do. Ball will get picked up at the 25, 30, 35, and knocked down at the 35.
Watertown's got 18 seconds to figure it out.
To pull out a miracle to try and tie this one up.
So if you're listening to Watertown, this could be very interesting for your team, and we hope,
Yeah, watch for those defensive PIs down the field for sure, yep. They'll spot it at 36.
So you know they're going to have at least 3 safeties or 3 defensive backs deep.
Look at here, they got like 5.
You're willing to give them the underneath stuff?
Yes. Well, I mean, they only have one timeout, too. Keep that in mind.
Correct.
Right. And they're giving them a big cushion. Although I do think you have to put some pressure on the quarterback. Don't let him set up.
Pitkin will come out of shotgun formation here. He'll take the snap, looking to throw.
Pick that.
And he's got a man there. Did he catch it? No, it's incomplete. He could not bring it down.
13.7 seconds.
Second down with 13 seconds.
Oh, yeah. I'm keeping stats. I forgot.
Yeah.
Hold on. Here we go.
That pass incomplete.
And now we have a flag.
Uh-oh.
Something was said.
Looking over at the Watertown sideline, I think.
I think this time they did not clear the box.
Let's see.
Offense, 5-yard penalty.
Okay, so they already had the warning.
Yep.
So now you get flagged for it the second time around. Yep.
So it makes it 2nd and 15.
It sure does. And even farther to go to get to the end zone here.
Let's make some noise.
All right, Pitkin will take the snap. And he's going to roll to his right. He's going to throw. He's got a man there. It's caught and getting out of bounds to stop the clock with 7 seconds left. Pass caught by number 3, Keslar Swenson.
Forward progress to about the
7.7 seconds left. You know they're at the 43.
They're at the 43, yep.
This could be the last play of the game.
That play took quite a while to develop for sure.
Yep. Watertown's going to call their last time out here, so you're going to need to probably send everybody down as far
That's their final time out of the game.
as you can get.
Sure, you're going to send 3 or 4 defensive backs deep.
Yep.
I would like
Watertown
to
has to have a touchdown and an extra point to tie it.
Right. I would, however, send a linebacker after the quarterback because you don't want him to get his feet set.
Right.
And throw it 40 yards.
And the winner of tonight's game will go to Yankton next week. Yankton, the number 1 seed in 11 AA football, will host.
What a game night, guys. Both teams have played very well.
Yep.
And we talked about this. This is the parity of AA this year.
It sure is.
You know, Watertown very handily beat Sturgis last time.
Any given day.
Any given day. Yep. And the home magic the Scoopers have had this year. They've played very well at home all year.
Yep, they got 1 receiver trips on the far side, 1 down here.
Okay, Pitkin, and they're going to swing this left side.
Watch 20. He's sitting back there waiting for that pitch.
Yep, that didn't go very well.
And it's over.
It was out of bounds, and that should be the final, I think, guys.
Let's see what they say.
No, it hasn't. They haven't said it's over yet. Now it is. Okay, they'll blow the buzzer, but let's see what the officials say. See if he got out of bounds.
Ran out. That's the end of the game.
Okay, that's the end of the game. All right, we'll get gear up and take on the Yankton Bucks next week.
Unbelievable.
In Yankton at Crane Youngworth Field, yep.
The drama. the drama in these home games. How am I going to sleep again tonight?
I know.
Holy smokes. Good work, Scoops. And I would like to say that second half, the adjustments that the Watertown Arrows made were really, really good. They were moving the ball all over the place, had a couple of miscues with some fumbles and an interception there. Still a bunch of penalties, but without those, I think Watertown played an extraordinary second half.
All right, we got the post-game show coming up next. We'll have post-game interviews down on the field coming up as part of our post-game report. That's on the way. We'll take a 3-minute timeout. This is Sturgis Cooper football and the Class 11 AA playoffs on the Big 81, KBHB, also on KWAT in Watertown and on Live Ticket TV.
At Dakota Discount RV, our mission is to make your RV experience fun and easy by providing quality recreational vehicles, competitive pricing, and professional sales and service. We're proud to offer the finest names in RVs. Our big inventory of fifth wheels, travel trailers, and toy haulers allow us to save customers thousands of dollars compared to most dealers. Come see us at either of our two locations, 3330 East Mall Drive, Rapid City, or 11200 JB Road, exit 48, Somerset.
Where can you get surprisingly great rates on auto and renter's insurance? At State Farm. I'm State Farm Agent Matt McCormick, and I'm your one-stop shop in Rapid City for protecting your car and your stuff for surprisingly great rates. So stop looking around. Call me, State Farm Agent Matt McCormick, for surprisingly great auto and renter's rates today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Individual premiums will vary by customer. All applicants subject to State Farm underwriting requirements.
At Security First, we support all the essential banking stuff, like school sports. We also support mobile deposits. But have you ever heard a mobile deposit belt out your school fight song with a mouthful of popcorn? I don't think so. Any bank these days could snap a picture of your check. Only a community bank could snap a picture of you spilling your nachos as your team scores the game-winning point. Security First, the bank you cheer with. Member FDIC.
Welcome to Bowie Foods at Al's Oasis Plaza. My great-grandfather, Gus Bowie, opened the first store in 1905. I'm R.F. Bowie, the president of Bowie Foods. We aren't your typical store. You'll find everything you need for your family. You'll save money, and I promise you're going to enjoy your grocery shopping experience. We carry a lot of locally produced products and some things you just aren't going to find anywhere else. South Dakota-owned, family-owned, Bowie Foods.
Would you buy your insurance from a cartoon character?
What's up, Doc?
Cartoons are good for a laugh, but when you're in an accident or you need your home covered and need help, it's no laughing matter. That's why you need a real person, like Lance at Van Z Insurance Associates. It's not just simple insurance either. Lance has you covered with Home $23.99.
Lucky for us.
Don't get left babysitting the couch while there's...
Show everyone. The Sturgis Scoopers get a 28-21 win over the Watertown Arrows in the first round of the playoffs here tonight. And Coach Bob Havela is down on the field. He has corralled Scooper head coach Chris Koletsky. Go ahead, Coach.
Thank you, Gary. With the Scooper coach, Chris Koletsky. First, congratulations. How does it feel?
Oh, it feels great. The boys fought hard, and we knew we were going to face some adversity in the second half there. And, honestly, the thing I'm proud of the most is just that the fact that they kept fighting and didn't give up.
Well, tell me a little bit about the character of this team. You've got some really good players here.
Yeah, we do. But it's a team, and these guys care about each other. Like, you see that day in, day out. They're not scared to tell each other they love them and each other, and that's something that, really stands out with this group, is that they really, truly do care about each other. And that was something we really tried to emphasize early on in our season, because that makes a difference with teams. When guys go up there and line up and they're playing for each other and nothing else, that's the difference.
Tell me how you felt during the catch by Gage Webb.
Oh, what a heck of a catch. There's an old saying with coaches, when you need a key play, you think of your best players. Not the play, but just the best players. And he's one of our best players right now, and we wanted to give him a shot there. He said he'd get it done, and it was great coverage by the DB there, I think number 7. Engaged just the competitor he is, didn't give up on the play. What a play.
Okay, word is you're heading to Yankton next week. Tell us a little bit about the Buck.
Well, they're going to want some revenge, so we got to be extra prepared and ready for those guys. So Spearfish played a heck of a game with them going down there, so hopefully we can show up and be ready to play for a game that's going to be super competitive and physical.
Plus, it's your hometown.
Yeah, it is. It is, yes.
Congratulations, Coach Koleski.
Thank you.
Back up to you.
All right, thanks, Coach Avila. And Coach Koleski, he is in a very happy mood here tonight, but he knows a tough road lies ahead. Winner of next week's game, of course, goes to the Dakota Dome for the Class 11 AA football championship game in a couple of weeks. All right, Greg, you're up next, and you've got some pretty good stats for the Scoopers tonight.
I tell you what, with the Sturgis Scoopers, they handed the ball off to a ton of people. Jackson Kano kind of led the way today. He had 14 rushes for 114 yards. He had that 175-yard run. Also ended up with a touchdown there. Zoll Arian carried the ball 11 times for 30 yards. Gage West had 1 for 5. Peter Pye had 8 carries for 40 yards. Great job rushing the ball. I forgot to add the total yards. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
Holy cow.
It's been quite a game.
Jackson Kano passing. He was, he had 19 pass attempts, completed 14 of them for 221 yards, had a ton of targets, probably none bigger than that last one for Gage West. He had three total catches for 44 yards. Again, that one at the end down at the 3-yard line, which was imperative. Zoll caught the one quick pass out for a 50-yard gain. Ethan Graff had a catch for 6 yards. I think the leading receiver was Cole Litzen. He had 7 catches for 110 yards and a touchdown today. Super good work by all the Scoopers. I think they spread the ball around. They had a pretty balanced offense tonight. It worked out well for them.
28-21. Scoopers get the win here tonight over the Watertown Arrows. And, boy, the magic of Woodle Field this season. Just the one loss for the Scoopers here. Of course, that was against the Huron Tigers. And I know Coach Koleski has said if he could go back to that game and change some things up, they probably would have won that game. So the Scoopers were pretty darn close here, going undefeated at home here tonight. So now you got to take this out on the road next week. You got the Yankton Bucks coming up. One good feeling about this, so you beat Yankton here this year, so you know what it takes to beat this Yankton Bucks team, but you'll have to do it on the road, and we'll talk about that here in just a moment. Coach Havila is going to line up with some of our star players down there here tonight, so we're going to send things back down to the field with Coach Bob Havila. Go ahead, Coach.
Thank you, Gary. With me is Gage West. You got to ask, how did you catch the ball?
Well, I really just want to thank my coaches and my teammates for putting trust in me in that situation, and my quarterback, Jackson Kano, made a great read, made a great ball, and it just worked out.
So you played hard all night. What were they doing that allowed you guys to get in on defense and make the plays?
Yeah, we were just doing like a lot of adjustments. You know, they like to run to the outside a lot, and we watched that on film. We've played these guys earlier in the year, so we kind of knew what to expect. And we just changed a lot from last game and just really prepared a lot more.
Thanks, Jackson. Jackson Kano, number 3 quarterback for the Sturgis Scoopers. You're 75 yards. What did you see on that play that allowed you to make the touchdown?
I just saw a gap and I hit it. I was supposed to follow Zoe, but the gap that he went through closed too fast, so I tried to find an open one, and I just had to break a couple tackles, make a few moves on their secondary, and it paid off. And once I saw green grass, I just took off as fast as I could, and I found myself in the end zone and celebrating with my teammates.
Now, you had a fumble tonight. It looked like you got hit pretty hard on that play.
Oh, I'm fine with that. It happens. I tried looking off the safety, then going back to Brody Royer, but I took too much time and I stepped up in the pocket when I shouldn't have. I'll take the blame on that fumble, but other than that, I had great protection up front. Zoe protected me, Peter protected me, and Zoe and Peter, they both ran the ball very well, and I'm just happy on the way it turned out.
Headed to Yankton next week. How do you feel about that?
I feel good. We beat them before, but it's a new week. They were the number 1 team in the state for a reason, but if we play our game, we can probably come out with a win, but it's going to be a battle.
Congratulations. Go enjoy your night.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, thanks, Coach. Coach Bob Havela down there on the field with a couple of our big winners here tonight as Jackson Kano. That kid's got some heart. I'll tell you what, his heart is as big as, probably as big as Texas. Kano is, he's trying to hold back all that excitement out there. Let's get to the Yankton game here, and it's going to be a big one for the Scoopers. The Scoopers know how to beat them. It's been a tough road for us on the road here tonight. What can these kids do this week here? If you're Coach Koletsky, what do you tell these kids and get them ready for the game? Say, hey, we can beat Yankton even though it is on the road next week.
Well, they know that they're beatable because we beat them.
Yep.
And these kids know that feeling now. Yankton helped us out, if you remember, in that game. They had a bunch of penalties and miscues and all kinds of bad things that went along. If they clean those up, then they're going to be trouble. They're the number one team in the state for a reason, but the Scoopers have tasted victory from that team before, and I think you take that and you make sure that you travel well and you get rested and you show up on game day, and I mean, it's a semifinal matchup, so I don't know how you can't be up for it. It's going to be a great game.
Absolutely. The winner of that game moves on to the Dakota Dome in Vermilion for the Class 11 AA football championships. All right, Coach Havela was making his way back up here, so let's quickly run down the scores in the playoffs tonight around the state, and we'll start with Class 11 AA. Scoopers with the win tonight against Watertown, 28-21. They will travel to Yankton to take on the Bucks, who beat Spearfish tonight in a very tough game, and 12-7 was the final there. Pierre rolled over T area tonight, 41-7. They will host Huron, who beat Brookings tonight, 7-2. In AAA, Lincoln beat Central 60-21. Harrisburg Downs O'Gorman 17-3. Brandon Valley over Roosevelt 41-14, and Jefferson beats Washington 42-12. So all our West River teams in the AAA are out for the season. Checking the 11A playoffs, Lennox beat Tri-Valley. West Central knocks off Madison 29-20. Sioux Falls Christian shuts out Rapid City Christian 54-0. And Del Rapids beats Millbank 38-13. 11B, St. Thomas More wins. They beat Mount Vernon Plankinton 31-8. They will get Clark Willow Lake next, who beat Winner 30-12. Dual beat Wagner 27-12. And Elk Point Jefferson 49-14 over Sioux Valley. In 9AA, Elkton Lake Benton beats Hanson 44-15. Parkson over Bonholm 36-7. Freeman Marion Freeman Academy shuts out Kimball White Lake 52-0. They're the top seed. Hamlin ends Hill City's season 52-14. Alcester Hudson over Platte Geddes 24-20. Phillip beats Ipswich. Phillip headed to the semifinals.
The Scotties.
Yes, 14-6 win there. Wall beats Castlewood 41-0. Wall's going to be the favorite to get to the Dome this year. Howard beats Warner 28-21. And in 9B, Del Rapids St. Mary's moves on to the semis with a 56-6 win over Corsica Stickney. Coleman Egan beats Harriet Selby 24-14. Avon over Sioux Falls Lutheran 62-30. And Faulkton area over Sully Buttes 32-22. All right, guys, final thoughts on the game tonight, Coach.
Great game.
Yes, indeed.
Watertown Arrows have nothing to be ashamed of.
No.
What a game they played. You're going to see more of Lincoln Scott, who is a junior.
I think he's just a junior this year.
Junior.
So he'll be back next year.
He'll be back next year.
Yep.
He's going to be a force to deal with. So,
yeah.
But give credit to the Scoopers. I mean, a lot of teams would have folded up when they got tied up. Let's just play it into overtime. Jackson Kano, as you heard, he saw the opening, broke a couple tackles, off we go, and then you have the Gage West catch.
That was an amazing catch. That was a game turner. That turned that game around, because if Gage doesn't catch that, it's 4th down coming up on the next play.
I was talking to his parents, Pat and Cassie West, and I told him it was like Antonio Freeman against the Vikings. We all said, he did what?
He did what?
He caught the ball.
Amazing, he caught that.
So, and what a nice kid. Yankton. Let's talk about Yankton. Yep. They're not an easy team to beat.
No.
We did beat them here at Sturgis, but they committed a lot of mistakes in that game, if you remember right, including kicking the ball out of the end zone when they had a touchdown. So I'm not going to say it's going to be an easy game by any means, but I think it's a game that Sturgis Scoopers can win.
Yeah. And it'll be in Yankton. Of course, the winner of that game will move on to the Dakota Dome in a couple of weeks for the 11AA championship, where the Scoopers have not been since, 82?
80,
I think it was. Was it 82 or 83? 83.
Yeah.
So Scoopers would love to get back to the Dakota Dome.
And Gary, you've been here a long time. When was the last time Scoopers won a playoff game?
We'd have to go back a little while. It would be
Lincoln when they beat Sioux Falls Lincoln that year.
I believe actually it would have been. Let's see. Terry was with me. It would have been 2016 or 17 or maybe even 18. We went to Yankton for a chance. No, that was first round. And we would have went to Huron, I think.
Okay.
So, yes, so you're right. So it's for...
It would have been the Lincoln Sturgis game way back.
It could have been way back then.
Yep. We all know Terry Anderson, he was here, it was probably the 1970s.
Yeah.
No, 1980?
No.
Sorry, Terry, just kidding.
No, he's not.
No, we're not kidding, Terry. We're picking on you because you just missed a beautiful game here tonight.
What a game.
Whenever Terry leaves, Greg comes in, and Greg gets one of the most spectacular games of the year.
I know it.
Yes, and we're
bow down to you, my friend.
And speaking of Greg,
I might be lucky.
And Gary Matthews and Bob Havla, we are going to do wrestling this winter.
Absolutely, we should definitely bring that up, and that we're going to be doing some wrestling this year for our second year.
We did it last year for the first time.
We did.
This guy here, a lot of compliments to him. I heard a lot of good things, and you and I just stand there.
Yeah,
ask dumb questions.
We'll be teaming up with Live Ticket TV. They'll have the video, and Greg and you will have the call for our Scooper Wrestling Squad this year.
There you go.
All right. Guys, we're going to wrap things up here from Sturgis. I want to thank our listening audience in Watertown. If you're still with us here on KWAT, we'll let you go and get on with your night there. Congratulations, Watertown. Great season for the Arrows here tonight as they fall to the Scoopers 28-21. And with that, we're going to wrap things up here from Woodle Field. And don't forget, we'll be bringing you that Yankton game here on the Big 81 KBHB next week, so you won't miss it if you can't make the trip. All right, Greg, thank you so much. Coach Bob Havela, thank you so much. And with that, we'll have the finale of this one here tonight. The Sturgis Scoopers get a 28-21 win over the Sturgis Scoopers. Our post-game report here, the Scoopers beat Watertown 28-21. I'm all confused. We just need to wrap things up here.
Very exciting night.
Very exciting night. All right. Thank you, gentlemen. With that, we'll send things back to the station here on this Thursday night.
Good night.
Good night, everyone.
And into the next football, volleyball, or soccer match, stop in the Quake Mart in Sturgis.